Yeah, we just hello. We are actually late to our own live stream because we were talking so much sense. Never talk shit on Whiskey Friday behind the scenes. Hello, I'm a former airline pilot. To my right or my left, whatever, depending which side. What? Who
right.
are you?
Scotty doesn't know right now, but it'll change a few times.
Now it's Marika's turn. You need to. It's a Mexican wave. You have to.
My phone just said that Paratus
your
is live.
sponsor is here. Your sponsor is here. The Alt Rights ATM.
She's
That's
on top
a very
of Roman,
cool turn, isn't it, Marika? Marika, what are you drinking?
This is my own concoction. I call it the Green Goblin. It is absinthe, apple schnapps, vodka, and cream soda.
Tabazimbi mojito.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, that's very Tabazimbi. Yes. Anyway, and yeah, I'm Marika 69. I'm at the bottom today, which I prefer. So welcome everyone.
I'm like the worst. I'm at the bottom left.
Well, let's all my favorite men and Jerm.
Where's the ointment? Here's some ointment for that burn, Jerm.
Well, if it makes you feel, Jeremy, not only am I authoritarian left, according to this particular, what do you call it, political compass, I'm also on top of you, which means I'm the power bottom in this relationship, which is pretty sad for me.
Well, Ramon, he looks like he's going to go hunt foxes.
He needs a red coat for that.
Hunting commies more like.
I wouldn't quite go that far, but anyway.
It's a French beret. Like, I'm French. Like, what the fuck? Like, what else was I wear?
I thought you were Moroccan.
Sorry. If that is a beret, then you are wearing it. One of the few people who wears a beret worse than Malema, right? Because the whole peak going forward is sideways.
That's the wrong beret. What do commies know about sartorial elegance anyway?
Well, Daniel likes your style, and it's because he wears the same hat as you. I met the man in person today. Hello, Daniel. Daniel,
we're very sorry. We're very sorry that you were exposed to that. There's this hotline that you can call for some counseling.
Yeah, but anyway, let's talk laser jets. I mean, listen, we are all in this shit sandwich. Like, is everyone else like wanting to go postal and very soon? Because I'm
every
very
single
close.
day.
The shit sandwich is starting to taste really shit.
Well, here's the thing: you can go stay over, but you're not allowed to hunt anything. Right?
How
that makes
stupid is
sense.
that?
No, I got this message today. The regulations have been changed again. Hunters can now go and hunt and sleep over for the purpose of hunting, but only in their own province.
What are we hunting in Gauteng?
I'm laughing.
Don't make me answer that.
Listen, I'm surprised they weren't more specific. Are there any other nocturnal activities that hunters are prevented from taking part in whilst hunting in their own province, or was it specific only to they're allowed to have the slumber party as long as they hunt something? I'm perpetually confused.
As long as you are only two people in a room, but if you slumber party outside, then it's not a problem.
I think Chris is digging into
Marika's
the really important questions here.
Marika, I'm going to ask you a question quickly, but are you changing your hair? Because every single time I see you, you get prettier. Now, I'm
this is not Tinder, Jerm. Fuck off.
You're not getting any more money from me.
either I'm drinking too much and you're getting prettier as I drink more, or you're doing something with your hair that's different to what it was like a week ago.
Yeah, I watched it.
First time in the lockdown.
That's how low
Now you need to.
I can wash my hair and I can look fine.
What do you use to wash your hair? Just by the way,
you need to share that beauty tip with Jeremy. You know what shampoo you use? Because I don't know.
No,
He's not looking beautiful.
I've got flowing locks.
Yeah, Brian's not in the
Mark Oppenheimer.
target market for shampoos, like high end ones.
Listen, I got to tell you, Mark Oppenheimer stayed over at our house a few months ago, and he that amount of hair that he has, I think he must have stayed in the bathroom for about an hour and a half. I had to warm up breakfast about 3 times because he took so long, because we were waiting for him to come downstairs. And then he walked down like a model. His hair was still wet and flowing. And like as he walked, it bounced.
Well, Jeremy, you know what it's like to style your hair every day.
I do. I just stand up.
No, I'm talking about way back when.
Oh,
But that's
yeah,
thing
right.
we're not supposed to talk
Yes,
about.
yes. When I used a GHD. True story. Hashtag.
Brian doesn't know what that is.
I actually do know. I bought one for my wife. I do. You see, I'm in
That's a
touch
story
with
to
her
tell.
feminine side. Not I don't have one.
So wait, to just quickly segue back to our current problem. Okay, a lot of people, and I don't know, like on Twitter, are going, we don't understand why the government's doing this. And I would just like to say, for the record, you're not supposed to understand. They don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. Every day is a surprise for everyone. This is like the true lucky packet experience. You never know what the fuck you're going to get, and chances are it's going to suck, and you're going to pay far too much for it. That's life in South Africa.
Worst fortune.
And not
cookie
only
ever.
that, they're going to. And not only that, right? They're gonna change it anyway. Because what was that lie that Zweli told us a few weeks ago, or was it a month or so ago? Don't worry.
He told a
we're
lot
going
of
to
lies.
be all,
Which one?
Okay, let me be a little more specific about the lie he told. So he was going on about, oh yes, remember when the Western Cape was like leading all the stats? Oh no, we're going to be very selective about how we unlock you all and all of that. And of course, right, Western Cape out in the front. So the threats were, we're going to lock down the Western Cape. We're going to lock the Western Cape back to level 5, all of that. Now, Western Cape, statistically, over the peak. And where's Welly now? Whooshdum. Now his mouth is not even on his motorbikes in Port Elizabeth anymore. He's just fucking dead silent.
No, he's
Well,
trying to
Ramon-
put
Did I
toilet
fall out?
paper. He's trying to
My
put
jokes just
toilet paper in Eastern Cape hospitals because they haven't had it in 6 months. That's his priority right now. But I mean, breaking news for those who don't know: Malusi Gigaba's wife is in prison for murdering him. And I say, kudos to her. How do I pay her bail?
Are you serious? Oh,
How do
Marika,
we crowdfund?
you need to super chat that.
Yeah.
How do we crowdfund bail for Malusi Gigaba's wife?
Wait a
No,
second. But
why? Why? She hit the man. She must be in jail. Equal
no,
treatment.
but also
No.
Like, come
Malusi
on.
is not a man.
remember the time he wore an
But
SAA
then it's just a
uniform
French
to
flag.
Parliament? Do you remember that? Your
I
least
do.
favorite airline, Brian, and he wore
All
he
the,
wore the uniform to Parliament.
Gideon, someone in the comments has just pointed out that your name, former airline pilot, acronyms to FAP.
That was unplanned, but
to
let's
be fair, when Malusi wore
That's
his
brilliant.
SAA uniform,
we can
Sorry,
make that
I
real.
faded away. I don't know what I missed.
There we go.
FAP.
I was busy saying when Malusi wore his SAA uniform, he was more highly qualified as a pilot than a fair amount of SAA's pilots,
You know, I would like to go bullshit on that,
including
but
the
I'm
idiots
not
who
going
prepare
to.
for blast off.
Listen,
Yeah, Brian doesn't like
I just
to
want to say, you guys were joking about shampoo earlier. When I met you, Scotty doesn't know, you were wearing a skirt.
It was? No, you're thinking of Cod. Cod was wearing the kilt. I was trying to look
Scott
up
was
it.
wearing the kilt.
Oh, sorry. Okay, my memory fails me. Gee, I'm getting old.
Thanks, Herman. Kwartier.
Yeah, you are getting old. It was
I am
Cod.
getting
I was
old.
just the one trying to look up his skirt.
Right. Yes, that's right. I remember now. And
So
what did you
What do you
find,
guys
by the
do
way?
in the Western Cape?
We look up
Nothing
skirts,
much.
Ramon.
So,
Me too,
so,
hashtag.
so just for the record, Jeremy is the only person in the stream that doesn't own a gun, and we're going to fix that for him very soon.
Mm.
And
I mean, I
Mareka
shoot
very
guns, but
recently.
I shoot them illegally.
No, you shoot them legally, just under supervision. We have to hold your hand. We need to fix that shit.
I'm not talking about you. Dude, I'm married into an Afrikaans family.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you need to. You have your passport.
Listen, I
you
got to
need
ask you
to
something quickly.
flex that muscle.
I cannot confirm. I can neither confirm nor deny that one of these is floating in my family. But is a bump stock on an AR-15 legal in South Africa?
I don't think it's
Yes.
illegal. Yeah,
It's legal.
because remember, it
It's
doesn't
legal.
render it
Only in the
fully
US where
automatic.
it's restricted.
You could bump fire any semi-auto firearm with just a stick if you really wanted to. There's no like
That's my
real
big-
purpose to doing it.
That's my pickup line.
How often do you flex that pickup line, Ramon?
Only when I see Mareka. That was only-
He flips
It was
for
tw-
super chat.
Ramon, you had me at morning shot.
That's what she said. Yeah. 'Cause that
but
name is like dripping with sexual innuendo, and like no one like sort of gets it.
Dripping
Listen,
with
it's all
sexual
speaking-
innuendo?
Speaking of sexual innuendo, Ramon, do you ever see your wife? Because you're always on YouTube.
I see her far too much. That's why I'm here.
He's on YouTube.
And I know that she's not watching this. I can say whatever I want.
Well, how do you know Jeremy's wife is working?
He's
I'm
on
on
YouTube.
He holds late night streams with girls.
Yes. when the cat's away, the mice will play.
But there's two mice in that house of yours.
and I genuinely choose beautiful women to stream with as well. Gideon, you're not allowed to say stuff like that. There is a code of secrecy about the second mouse.
yeah, we're not going to tell people what it is.
Jeremy,
We'll just say a mouse.
please let me know.
No.
Please let me know if Gideon does break that code of secrecy. I have a few secrets of his, so I'm quite prepared to blabber out.
Yeah, they're quite horrible ones as well.
Well, let's just say,
They
let's,
are,
just say we have a pet and his name is Mace. He's
yeah,
a mouse.
but not as in mace, as in MACE, like
No,
what
as
you
in
spray or
mouse.
what you smack knights with. You know, the thing that they used in Excalibur and they took the guy's
Right.
arm off with it. No one watched that movie.
and
Okay, sorry.
he's almost a year old. Can you believe it?
Well, on this bombshell, to move on from rodents before we get into trouble with Cape Nature, since you two below us are quite reasonable gentlemen, how do you? Okay, firstly, so we've got a new firearm amnesty now, so it's been approved.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. You must avoid it like the plague.
Yeah, usually, but now we need to investigate this thing because there's 700,000 people with expired licenses, and the Supreme Court of Appeal just screwed them up the bumhole with no Vaseline, and they need a way to get their guns legal again. So this might be a method, depending upon the terms and conditions, but it would be better if we never, ever, ever have this problem ever again. And I think licensing the person and then registering the firearm would be the way forward. And it's time that kind of becomes like a public thing.
No, listen. It's Friday night at like 8:15. Why are we
Hey,
talking about like important real stuff?
Because
Yes,
I just had
I
to drop that. I felt compelled to
agree.
just drop that in the conversation, and then we can ignore it and move on to other unimportant bullshit from there on.
I mean,
like
listen,
just
I
buy
mean,
my hat.
just making
with respect.
small talk because before we get to the big stuff.
Yeah, and talk about small talk. Gideon did show me his gun once in a caravan, and I wasn't impressed.
Yeah,
That's
we
about it.
we
That's-
He's got
that's
a-
the
Which
gun
one
talk.
did he show
Gideon's
you?
got a- yeah, but
We shared
Gideon's
a
got a very
caravan.
small gun. Us Cape Townians have got very small guns.
It's
it's
only
easier
about
to
9
hide.
millimeters.
No, it's a 4-inch barrel.
Well, mine's 22.
What's that times 2.5 centimeters gives you what? That's the conversion.
Almost
Listen,
10.
so Mareka was on my stream a couple nights ago, and one of the funniest stories ever was when she was telling us that she mows her lawn. But not only does she have one lawnmower, she's got two.
And
she listens
Is
to
on a-
Morning Shot. Ramon, she listens to Morning Shot while she mows the lawn.
But what do you wear while you mow the lawn, Marika? That's the important question.
No, I was going to say, what lawnmower does she have?
Safety glasses. I wear safety
Is it-
glasses and gloves and a beekeeper's suit.
Is
And,
it
when
Beekeeper
Marika's from Tabazimbi, so when she says she's mowing the lawn, it's not a euphemism. She's literally mowing the lawn.
So
I was gonna
without being euphemistic, is it a push lawnmower or a sit-on lawnmower?
Yeah. And is it electric or is it powered by petrol?
I have one electric one and I have one that's powered by woman power. Because I can't say man power.
Okay, and then the electric one, is the electric one a plug-in or is it rechargeable?
Unfortunately, it is a plug-in. Because I couldn't find a proper rechargeable one.
Okay.
Bosch
Gideon
said
was streaming from
they
the
don't
caravan.
have that in South Africa.
So you really
I think
are not
Hitachi
screwed
does,
with
though.
load shedding.
No,
No.
no, I've got solar, so I don't care about load shedding.
Problem solved.
Gideon was streaming from a caravan, somebody thought.
Probably is. I think it's one.
That's just his house. Shame, man.
Yeah, I just live here.
No, that's Gideon. That's how you know you've like been downgraded. You're no longer a pilot. You call yourself FAP. You now work in retail, and you're streaming from a caravan.
Caravan.
And you started listening to the Antwoord.
I'm at least avoiding the Antwoord. I'm on 80s pop music right now because that works for me.
That's only like one marginal step up over the Antwoord.
No, do you know what? It was that horrible Russian bunch that Jeremy forced me to watch on his channel. What's it? Little Big.
Little Big. Yes, they are fantastic. As Russian Zeph goes.
I see Roman is grimacing in the corner there. It's like
No, hang on. I don't get this, Jeremy. You have something as epic as Stacy's mom for your name right now, and you will go on about Russian Zeph. Come on, you've just set one standard and you destroy it.
Stacy's Mom was a great song. Absolutely,
it was
phenomenal
actually.
song.
I'm
Phenomenal
willing
song.
for
Who was the
its
band?
time.
Can
Sung
you
by
remember who the band was?
Bowling for Soup, I think, wasn't
Oh,
it?
good song.
Well, yes, I can check on my Spotify list because it's definitely on there.
I never
With
understood
probably
the name.
every
Why
other
you-
punk.
Listen, yeah, I don't get this. What is up with Spotify? I mean, I thought iTunes was the biggest music store, or Apple Music, or whatever it's called.
No, hold on. Let's just talk about this notion that Stacey's mom was a good music for its time. So was Kung Fu Fighting.
Good
It's still
music now.
shit. It's still shit.
Kung Fu Fighting is shit. Yes,
It's like objectively shit. No, Stacey's mom is
No, but
is
Stacey's mom
uber
comes from that
shit.
movie Euro Trip, I think, and it was a great movie. It's got some of the hottest,
Is
some of the
a
hottest women in it.
great movie.
Euro Trip
Ramon-
is a great movie.
It was Fountains of
It
Wayne.
is.
Sorry, I had to be
Fountains of Wayne.
corrected.
There we go.
Yeah.
This
but
is the problem with being the only sober person on a Friday night. You guys think Euro Trip is a great movie and Stacey's mom is a classic. No.
Okay, so we know you
As long as
don't
drive
drink.
us all home tonight.
Do you, yeah.
Only you, Mareka. Only you. These three can stay here. Fuck them.
Will you have the time though?
I was about to correct your mathematics and go, but there's 4 of us, and then I realized, but that wouldn't make any sense because you just
Listen.
excluded yourself from.
I wanna
Dear
tell you-
Lord, thank goodness you're not flying
Gideon is
airplanes.
the
anymore.
only- Listen, Brian, Gideon, I don't know if you've ever seen Gideon fall asleep when he's been drinking too much. He's the only guy
I
I've
think
ever
I
seen.
probably have a
who
video of
falls-
it.
He's the only guy I've ever seen who falls asleep smiling.
How many guys have you seen falling asleep though?
Only Gideon.
So wait a second. The way the stream is going, I shared a night with Ramon in a caravan in Gabo, and you've watched me fall asleep, Jeremy. So at this stage, it's not looking good, mate. And I'm wearing a pink shirt.
Listen, Derek was young that
Scusi.
night when you fell asleep, I think.
He what?
Oh, dear
Derek was with
goodness.
us that night you fell asleep. You fell asleep on the couch and you had a smile
he
on your
was.
face. And Derek was still like, he's like a Duracell bunny. He just keeps going.
No,
That's why you're awake.
I've got a video I'll send you on WhatsApp when we had a Briar Diseases at some point, may or may not have been during lockdown, and I had too much. And I was just chilling on the couch with my eyes closed, and they put a Minions mask over my head with glowing eye things. And then she asked me, "What is your opinion of the government?" And I said, "Fuck the government." And she got that moment on film. It was my proudest thing.
Gideon,
She actually
And the
said
worst
that to me. I
part-
want to see if I can find it.
and the worst part is Jerm took your saying, put on a mug, and fucking is making money.
He who moves first shall profit.
You know, we were talking about shitty movies, but just for the hell of it, Gideon and Brian, to you, what do you guys think were actually genuinely good movies? No, it wasn't
Ignore the
movies.
woman in the
Don't-
room. Right.
Yeah, Marika's
Well, we'll get to
hysterical.
Marika. We'll get to Marika.
No, we'll have to
that-
give the other women a chance to speak, man.
Genuinely good movies.
And
I'm glad you
no,
asked.
sorry, not
this
movies, not
was for
movies,
one,
not
because there are a
movies,
few.
music. Sorry, I meant to say
Oh,
music,
music.
not movies. Yeah.
Oh, music. Okay. See, that's a
Mhm.
better topic because it's a
So
good...
I meant to say music. Sorry,
Back this
sorry.
time.
Ramon is very upset about the Stacey's mom story. So, what was some genuinely good music over the last few decades? In no particular order.
Pretty much most of what was written by or done by AC/DC.
Oh,
Yes.
good band. Yeah, good band.
Yeah.
What's that Journey song?
Don't Stop Believing.
That one, phenomenal. One of the greatest songs
no,
ever, and I'm
Ramon.
sticking with it. That's phenomenal.
Let me tell you something about that "Don't Stop Believing" song. That there is an Afrikaner anthem. You go to any pub, okay, any Afrikaans pub. That song's on karaoke, and there's always Kobus with the microphone singing it out of key. Always.
So because Afrikaners like something, you hate it, but you marry an
I
Afrikaans
didn't say I
woman,
hate it. I didn't
and
say I
there
hate it.
are, I think, Brian, maybe half. There's 3 Afrikaners here in this very stream, and you just say, "I hate the song because Afrikaners like it."
Dude, my wife's Afrikaans and she doesn't enjoy it.
I'm Afrikaans and I don't enjoy Afrikaans
Well-
music.
So
Hashtag awkward.
Okay. I'm going to actually come back at you because it's a trope to say, "Oh, I don't like Afrikaans music." Oh, yeah, because why everyone sort of associates Kurt Darren and the Antwoord and all of that sort of trap with Afrikaans music, but there is good Afrikaans music,
No, I love
right?
Afrikaans.
If you go back to Chris Chameleon, right, and a little bit out there, a great musician, Adam Tusk, great musician, Koos Kombuis. Who else is there?
Listen, have you heard Adam
what's
Tusk do Johnny Cash? It's amazing.
Oh, the man's got such an outstanding voice on him. But it's not just where else is who else
Steve
is there?
Hoffman.
That's
Steve Hoffman.
no.
Steve Hoffman actually is actually a brilliant singer.
He is. He shit music, but a good singer.
He's an incredibly good musician, and you know you are a good singer when Neil Diamond copies you.
that took me far
to
too
be
long
honest-
to start laughing at that.
To be honest, I've never been a Steve fan. But other people who we can think of, I said Koos Kombuis, but there's Matthijs Roots, there's Piet van Wyk de Vries. Okay, he's more of a writer than a singer.
Carstens.
Gian Groen,
Arne Carstens is
Mario
very good.
Stradom, all of them are phenomenally good singers. I mean, they'd be good singers in any language. So
Yeah.
I just think Gian Groen is another one. it's such an excuse to say, oh, all Afrikaans music is shit. No, I mean there's fantastically good Afrikaans music. Afrikaans pop is mainly shit, but then pop is mainly shit.
Afrikaans has got an entirely new subculture that's forming now, and that's in the form of like this Zef. It's massive, and I'm talking massive, like millions of views for these songs. All you have to do is check out, never mind Kurt Darren or Die Antwoord, check out stuff like Dirk van der Westhuizen.
And, God, no. Life is too short.
And the Flues. I mean, you're talking like Bobby van Jaarsveld. These guys get serious amounts of views.
That's because I know, and that, to enjoy them.
And yeah, it makes me cry a little bit every day. You know, not that I get
the whole Zef thing is not to my taste, but we were coming back to other, you know, seriously good music. Good Charlotte, there would be a good one, right? At least certainly for me.
Good
Kiss
Charlotte
is another one. I know I'm jumping around through genres.
Good
Yeah,
Charlotte
Good Charlotte.
It's like
The
like
Offspring.
early 2000s pop punk.
Yeah, that's nice. That's good.
Brian was driving
That's
down the
upbeat
green
stuff.
zone in Fallujah, killing terrorists to Good Charlotte in 2003. So it takes
Take your hands off my girl. Whatever
No,
that
it wasn't
song
2003. It was 2007.
I think that's the year I actually saw Good Charlotte. Weren't Good Charlotte in Joburg for like the Coke Fest?
I think
I'm sure they were. I'm sure I saw them there because Metallica was playing and everyone came for Metallica. And they made a lot of other shit on them before them, like Dire Straits.
Always
and
get shot
Good
down
Charlotte.
for this, but Metallica's a crap band.
Fuck off. Get off the street.
Exactly. Everybody,
Yes,
everybody
fuck off.
shoots me down. I don't get it. I don't get the
Maybe there's a
Metallica
clue
thing.
in there. Everybody,
Wait, so what we'll do is
go and listen
need
to it
to-
again.
what we can do is we can introduce Jerm.
Yeah. He's always doing that in his voice.
Sounds like you're gargling something. Jesus.
So
No, if you're
Okay,
talking
so-
about good music, man, Queen, like there's just no
Yes.
stopping that
with
band.
your
Yes.
queen.
Jimi Hendrix, as someone pointed
Jimi Hendrix
out,
was
Ruth.
amazing.
CCR,
Yeah, good band.
Yes.
and
Yep.
and a guilty pleasure of mine is Boston's More Than a Feeling. For some reason, it
Ah,
always gets me.
good
I
band.
don't know why.
Mm.
It just, that particular song has a certain thing going for it.
Actually,
No,
the 80s has got a lot of guilty pleasures in it, doesn't it?
I see Ramon's triggered. Yes, Mareike 69.
No, there's that one Shout. Remember that song?
Yes.
Shout.
That
Yes.
didn't
That
Danny, what's
song,
his name? Danny
I
K.
don't know
Danny
why.
K did a cover of that with a whole bunch
Oh.
of local celebs.
Danny Pussface, fuck him. But the original song is fantastic. Do you know Danny K charges like 30,000 Rand to go to your company and talk about white privilege? Yes. Right. Fucking-
Well, listen, that's an
He
awesome
doesn't charge
gig.
that from my
I
fucking
saw-
company, that's what-
I wish I could do
I saw a
that.
quote. Listen to this. I saw a quote. A mate of mine a couple of years ago quoted Trevor Noah to come and give a 30-minute gig at his company company year end. I saw the quote. He sent it to me in WhatsApp. 200,000 Rand.
That's
Now,
cute.
is that the white privilege side of him? They can charge so much. It's unbelievable.
So they got Nick Rabinovitz in the end.
And they probably got better quality.
Hold on,
Well,
the
Nick
Jew
Rabinovitz
was
doesn't
cheaper.
I was about to say.
The Jew was cheaper.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing. He stopped doing all his voices now as well because, you know, it's cultural appropriation, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, fuck those people, man.
Uh,
You know,
That's
comedy
just a
used to be
downer.
good. Do you remember the show Suburban Bliss from
Yes,
like 94, 95, right?
Yes.
White family, black
Yes.
family, New South Africa. How the hell are we going to get together? And like they just don't understand each other. And it like was hilarious. Do that today, you'll go to like the Human Rights
Mhm.
Commission.
Yeah, it's
Ridiculous.
a hate crime.
Basically.
Here's something I also don't quite understand. So in Woketopia, which is 2020, and Nick or Roger Forbes, or who is the puss who works for 5am? 5FM, sorry, not 5am,
Rob
5FM.
Forbes. And Ramon
Rob
and I
Forbes.
had breakfast with him once upon
Rob
a time.
Forbes.
Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. I had to go share
Did you make
space
him
and time
pay?
with someone who gets paid by the SABC. I hope he paid.
No, he doesn't have money. He's
so,
lefty.
so,
Lefties are all poor.
no, but he was going on about people having testicles, and I'm like, and someone in the DA was going, you call that a man? And he's like, no, it's a testicle having person or something. I'm going, okay, fine.
But that was like the thing on Twitter today. It wasn't just it was people with cervixes, right?
Yeah, people with cervixes.
No,
So what was that?
You just need a better acronym for it. As you get concealed carry weapon, you get concealed carry testicle. I'm a CCT, and if you got the Vagaga at CCV. And that was a Christian television channel back in the day, I think.
I remember
can't
that channel.
Yeah. And
What,
either
Vagaga?
Yeah. Okay. So if we're willing to bend time and space and the laws of reality and language around the smallest minorities' sexual equipment or whatever the fuck we call it, then surely, as an allegedly Caucasian person of unknown origin, I can pretty much identify as everything from everything as long as it's not Native American or Pacific Islander, because I'm pretty sure those might be too far out. But basically, all races in between those two spectrums are fair game for me to possibly say, hey, I'm part of whatever this is. I mean, if we're going to be fluid in one way, we have to be fluid in the other way, right?
Well, I mean, all I want to know is a doctor on Twitter said today, he says in his bio, he dislikes pseudoscience. He says some women don't have cervixes. So, Mareka, as I suppose you are a woman, and I apologize if you're not a woman, Mareka, but are you a woman with a cervix or without a cervix? And if not, can you tell me what the difference is? Because I've yet to find a woman without a cervix.
And are you a person with a vagina?
I don't want to make it explicit. Come on.
Well, the last time I went to the doctor, he said, no, everything is still fine. I am like a woman should be. Yes, I do have all the womanly parts. I have no manly parts, as far as I am aware.
Kind of like Nicholas Bauer, also has no manly parts.
Yeah, pretty much.
But did you guys know that? And this is how basically the women will understand. So this might be a bit above your pay grade, but women track their cycles. Okay, so you get a bunch of different apps for that, and there's actually an app that is.
See, Jeremy understands.
I do. I'm married.
It's gender fluid. So you can actually choose your gender to track your monthly cycle, because it has been specifically made for transgender people, women who transition to men, so that they can still track their periods. So how can you transition to be a man, but you still need to track your period, even though if you don't do all the reassignment surgery, you will still go through most of all the womanly things. But once you start your testosterone treatment and stuff, your cycle goes away.
What happened to the days of just taking the placebo pill for a week? The sugar pill, whatever it is.
No, that's too gender specific.
Okay, but wait, this can get in.
For women.
But if you can be that gender fluid, can you also be gender constipated, where you get stuck as a specific gender against your will for a undeterminable amount of time, and then you'd have to take some form of chromosome laxative?
I need to make a shout out. Shout out to Jeannie, my very, 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 very best friend. Hello, Jeannie. I'm so glad you can make it.
Oh, wait. I'll put her on. Hang on.
I love that comment over there. In my day, gender fluid meant something else.
Wait.
Someone said, "What's happened to Whiskey Friday?" Speaking of which, gents, I'll be back, and Mareka, I'll be back in 3 minutes. I have to go and get a top up.
You're gonna go and have your cycle.
I do.
Okay.
Keep your bottle
Off you
with
go.
you, man.
Yes, but what about ice blocks?
Keep it with
Go
you.
check.
Mine is just over there.
If you weren't on your cycle, Jeremy, you wouldn't need ice.
I know. I'm on my cycle. Okay, I'm on my cycle. All right. I'm sorry. I'm moody.
By the way, everyone
I-
wants to
I-
see your shadow,
Okay.
I
Mareka.
can show you my shadow. Hang on.
That's what you call it.
Well, whilst she's going off to get her shadow, and Jeremy's going off to get his tampons, here we go, Anton.
my lipstick.
Cheers. Stechman, this is for
Right.
you.
I'll be back in a sec.
Yes.
I was about to say,
Off you
all
go.
of you leaving, and I'm just going to be alone here with the audience. Or that would be.
I'm still
Don't
here.
worry, I'll stay with you.
Like, I do exist.
This is my shadow.
Oh,
Ooh.
But
ooh.
this is a
That true
toy.
control.
So don't get excited.
Our fan from Louisiana is in the house. Good evening, sir.
Mareka,
Oh,
that
dear Lord,
was
you've
like the-
injured him by remote. Sorry.
that was like the
Go,
one
Ramon.
time. That was like the one time you go to Thailand and you get a sex worker. You take out his, and then you're like, damn, it's fake. That's exactly what
Did
you
you
just
just
did.
pay?
I was about to say that shadow looks fantastic, and then it's fake. No, man.
This is just a
Disappointment.
placeholder until I get the real one.
Yeah. Yeah. But you have to.
I can
No, I
shoot
need
this
to
in
ask
my
Gideon
yard
a question.
easily.
There, Mareka,
Oh,
for
God.
you. I brought it here. There you go, Mareka.
well,
Thank
it
you,
looks
Jerm.
better than my Glock.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You are going to get
Definitely.
so much hate in the comments there, Jeremy. Most things look.
This thing
well,
feels
look, my
so good in my hands. It feels so
my
good. I'm
magazine
so
can
glad I
come
bought
out.
the real one.
Can yours eject parts?
That's what she said.
You can.
Who was going to ask me a question? What? Oh, all right.
No, you've
But
lost the
it can't-
moment,
it
Gaban.
can't do
You've
this.
lost it.
It can do that, but it can't do this. The slide doesn't go back.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't blow back.
Did Ramon just jump when she
No.
pulled the trigger?
Sorry, I had to shoehorn that in.
What
There
is
was one gap. Is
What
everyone
is
in
that?
Jack's visiting? Oh, hello.
What's
Feeling
his or
left
her
out.
name?
This is Jenna, my little rescue, or my old rescue.
Everybody has got that dog.
Oh, Jedi or Jenna?
Jenna.
Because you've established
Jenna.
a Jedi theme already. Oh, Jenna. Okay.
But Jedi aren't allowed to have pets because they'll get too attached.
You see,
Okay,
technical points.
okay. So the Jedi are like the SS when they get given the little puppy they have to raise, and then at the end of the training they cut its throat. Is that a Jedi
No.
thing?
Man.
Like
Is that
what
just
movies?
a-
What Star Wars movies
Or a
have you
Saps
been
thing,
watching?
maybe.
Honor, I love
Okay,
Honor's
guys,
comment.
hang on. The old guy wants to go out.
Which one?
I love Honor's
Uh,
comment. It says there,
The
Romano
old one
Swiss,
wants to
what
go
you
out.
talk.
Nemo, come here. What's that?
Oh, what?
Yes, but Ramon's dogs are actual Nazis because they're related to that one in Scotland
The old
that
one. Nemo.
got that chap into
Feeling
trouble.
11.
Who's Mareka shouting at?
I was talking
Oh.
to you guys.
So,
You.
so my wife had to treat a bulldog with the coolest name ever,
Bye.
Hitler.
Why?
Wow,
Hitler-
that is
Michael-
unusual medication to give it.
Hitler the bulldog. Well, I mean, because he's a bulldog and that's a British dog. So how brilliant is that trolling?
I don't know. It must be a Northern Burbs thing because it kind it must be fun to take him to the fucking park.
What park? The park is next to me. There's no pets allowed in the army setup house.
Can your dog talk
Oh,
like
no.
Ronaldo's? Does Ronaldo's dog talk? Come out of the loop here.
Does Ronaldo's dig bait?
That is not my dog.
Is that his dig?
Have you seen Ronaldo's dog though? It's those Boston Terrier things. They are so ugly. As an owner of pugs, they are really ugly.
So speaking of Ronaldo, I was on Chris Wyatt's stream earlier today, and he says to me, Jerm, I got to tell you, look, Ronaldo, he's got a popular channel and all that, but when he comes on other people's channel, like he says, he called into my channel the other night, and I'm not sure if he was high or something, but he looked like he was falling asleep. He was just like his eyes were half closed. And I said, Ronaldo does that all the time. He denies that he's high, but he clearly is high. And you got Chris Wyatt, he's this like upstanding military type.
The Colonel.
Yes.
Hello, Colonel. If you're watching, I'll see you tomorrow.
No. You're gonna hello, Colonel.
No, he's American though. He doesn't have that British thing.
No. But
No,
I mean,
this is my high voice, Ramon.
Yeah, but I also I can't.
Sorry, Jeremy.
I mean, Ramon came onto my
don't you
stream. Ronaldo came onto my stream the other night, and he was so high. He was talking to me, and while he was talking to me, he sent me a super chat.
Every time he comes onto my stream, I lose 50% of my audience. So I basically banned him. Like, it just fills up with hate comments on Ronaldo. I'm like,
but to be honest, and maybe I'm taking his side here, but nothing he does he deserve all the hate he gets? I mean, the guys.
But Ronaldo is South Africa's YouTube equivalent to Nickelback.
Okay, so if he's South Africa's YouTube equivalent to Nickelback, who's South Africa's YouTube equivalent to Alex Jones when he was still on YouTube?
Probably me.
Jim. Yeah, by far.
I mean,
Really?
Jeremy interviews Steve Hoffman and asks him if he thinks black people are oppressed. I mean, like, of all the fucking things you could do, Jeremy. Jesus. I mean, David Icke was out there. That one.
I'm trying to get David Duke on my show, but I'm not winning.
Okay, wait a second. Just let's pretend I know nothing of popular culture or the world outside my caravan, my trailer. Who the fuck is David Duke? Can you just fill me in quickly?
He's a former Grand Master of the KKK.
Oh, okay, that's why I don't know.
He's
I'm sorry, I'm not a very good racist. I'll try harder, I promise.
Yeah, so he's like a true white supremacist, like proper.
Oh.
Don't be too surprised at his lack of knowledge, Jeremy. He also had to Google dogging the other day, live on air.
On a live stream. Yeah. That was fun. I had to share my screen while I did
a good guy. We give him a lot of flack, but the guy's a legend in like South African YouTube space, you know. But yeah. he is like Nickelback. He's incredibly polished. And he knows his way around, and he's well produced.
well, look, if Ronaldo is like the South African Nickelback of YouTube, then this channel is like, I don't fucking even know. This is like the Jerry Springer show.
There you go. And true to form, I have this background walk past here.
Oh, wait a second. We got a really intelligent question, and I would love to answer this one. Where did it go?
Is that the Eglach Nayaf?
No. So I used to spread these things prolifically throughout the skies of South Africa. And to be honest, I was always horrified about it because I thought that it would be far more economical to just put the mind control chemicals in the drinking water as opposed to having this aerosol dispensers that have to fly preset routes and with all the no. Like mind control, do it via drinking water, and 5G is really just a false flag. It's what you drink. It's not the cell phone towers.
But hold on. The man who asked the question is called Wallis de Beer, and Wallis is notorious on my channel because he said a while ago, he says, Ramon, the New World Order is rising in the East. And I'm like, what? And he says, no, sorry, it's rising in the West. Not in the East, in the West. So I'm like, the New World Order is rising in the East. And then he says, no, but the history is that it rose in the West and now it's rising again in the East. I mean, it's rising again in the West again. So by the time we I don't know what the hell the New World Order was, and I didn't know which side it was rising from, and it took half an hour to determine what.
I thought the NWO was some sort of rap collaboration. Or am I?
No, they were NWA.
Yeah, but what were they doing in the East, and why were they rising?
They were
I don't
niggas without
understand.
an
Did
attitude.
they go
I
to
think.
bed late? Sorry.
Would they what niggas without an attitude or something like that?
The NWA.
No, with
Well,
They sang a-
well, now,
they-
thank you for
they
that,
sang a
Jeremy.
song
This
that's
just
very
got
appropriate
demonetized. Thank you. Thank
Was
you.
it
Thank you for
monetized?
the N-bomb. Well, I know, but I can't now. It's all
So
fine.
we're going to talk like some profit sharing shit if you're monetizing stuff. Listen, I just want to point out that alt-right ATM here is sending super chats to her own live stream.
I saw that.
really. There you go.
Herman is also in the
And Herman, I would just like to point out to you as awesome as that contribution is, and it truly is, right? He don't share. No,
but you're,
not a
but
single
you're
thing.
Hermanus.
we
How
had
am I
a
supposed
bottle
to
of
get your
whiskey.
boost to you?
You
Why
like
should he
it.
share? Why
No,
should he
I
share?
I brought.
Yeah, he doesn't
I
have
bought
to, no,
so
sure.
here's the backstory. I bought a bottle of whiskey for Brian, and then I proceeded to drink it in front of him on a live stream, which is actually
That's
really
what Mareka
socially
did to me.
unacceptable.
Whiskey.
Yeah, that's what Mareka did to me.
Speaking of things that I do that
Beth-
other people
Beth
don't
was,
like.
talking about
Jeremy, I've got something for you. I've got something for Jeremy. Hang on.
Oh no, Mareka. I hope
Oh,
it's
no.
I hope it's something fun because Mareka always likes to step like she likes to push that knife in just a little bit deeper
And then
and then turn it.
We're waiting in anticipation.
What does
wait, she's
Mareka
only
have?
just plugged the
Apple pie. Oh, cook sister.
better.
You know what disappoints me though is that you didn't make them.
How do you know?
I
She
was
could just
thinking
have
of
wrapped
you.
them and labeled them. That's what she does in her spare time
Well, I mean, she mows
when she's
the
not
lawn.
mowing the lawn.
I mean, she can mow the lawn while listening to Morning Shot. She can at least make Cook Sisters while listening to Jerm Warfare.
Well, it gets worse because now I'm going to eat it in front of you.
So Cook Sisters are one of my weaknesses.
Oh, Ramona's just useless now.
I wouldn't mind a bit of cook sister.
Ramon doesn't eat Cook Sisters. He drinks Americanos and eats couscous.
Yeah, I don't need
No,
carbs.
someone actually pointed out a very valid fact that they think he's vaping CBD oil with THC. Gideon can find that chat somewhere.
Oh God!
Yes.
Okay, I have to go find it.
I actually
Yeah,
got an
well,
email
treat your
today.
phone.
I actually got an email today after my wind down this afternoon. For some reason, I had a huge slump at about 4:30 p.m. and my wind down was at 5 p.m. And I was still, you know, when you like in the afternoon, you get that hour where you just can't do anything. So I did it today, and I could feel like I wasn't paying attention. Someone sent me emails, says, "I really love your show, but I just can't watch your wind downs anymore. It's obvious that you're high during the course of your wind down. So I'll just watch your morning shot show and not the wind down." I'm like,
But
woman, will I just be tired? Like, really?
Sorry,
what is
Ramon,
the-
could you repeat that? I wasn't. I lost focus there. I wasn't listening.
I have some
Okay.
Ritalin for you, Jeremy. Don't worry. But
No,
just hang on,
you-
Gideon. I have a legit question here, right? To,
Before you ask that, let me just tell
you know,
tell
actually are.
Ramon. No, just wait one sec, Ramon. That's called your window of circadian low. That's a scientific term. Next time someone gives you shit, just drop that bombshell in their lap and say,
That's what
Yep.
that's what I'll tell
told to you
all
by a
those-
legit scientist who flew aluminium tubes.
I'll tell that to all those thirsty DMs I get. Sorry, I'm at my circadian low, whatever that means.
Uh-huh.
How do you
Okay.
Then I
spell that?
sound intelligent.
it sounds like this is my intelligent way of saying I'm really fucking tired and I'm not high.
Check Carl's
Well,
comment. Check Carl's
what
comment.
is-
Ramon
what
is
is
a
the-
CrossFitter. His body is his temple. Carb free since 1993.
This
True
Carl
story,
Mole's
Carl.
trading with insider information.
Actually,
Anyway,
no,
we know
well.
Ramon is not a CrossFitter because he hasn't told us yet, right? Anyway, coming back to and also he's still injury free as he's sitting there, so he can't be a CrossFitter. But coming back to a question here to you YouTube veterans, what is the problem that people have with watching people who are high or stoned? I mean, for goodness sake, Joe Rogan, probably one of the biggest podcasters, YouTubers in history, right? He's stoned 90% of the time. He's fucking awesome to watch.
Joe Rogan.
So what is
never mind podcaster. I think Joe Rogan gets more viewers than anything on South African TV.
Yes. Oh, did you see Alyssa Milano, little fucking freak out the other day? She says, what? Let me try and remember. We live in a world where Joe Rogan gets more views than me. Right? Well, yes, because he's got fucking talent and you're a whiny bitch.
She is a whiny
Sorry,
bitch.
Ramon, am I in your ear here?
No,
Listen,
not at all. Sorry,
I've got a question about her. Does she have a cervix?
I don't know. That's a valid question.
Is she a person?
Would the alt-right ATM care to feel?
Let me guess. She identifies as a person with a vagina.
Yes.
I'll volunteer happily.
Yes. So what is your opinion? Or are you going to go on a fact-finding tour?
No, I need to go on a fact-finding mission to find out for you.
Okay.
And I'll report back in due course.
So listen up, everyone. We need to crowdfund Ramon's expedition to find out if Alyssa Milano has a cervix.
So
those super
therefore,
chats.
I actually want to know, does
the
Nicholas
chats.
Bauer have a cervix?
I think he
I'm
does.
not doing that.
But I'm not
doing that.
volunteering.
I'm not volunteering.
Gideon, you volunteered.
No. You can't nominate me.
Yes, we can.
Just because
We
I'm
can.
distracted.
I nominate. Who's seconding?
Just
Me.
go and kick Nicholas Bauer
There you go.
between the legs and find out if he doubles over. If he doesn't double over, then he has no ball.
No, that's not true. You can kick anyone between the legs. They're going to double over.
Well, I suppose during the entire story, I can just tell him, like, listen, Nick, I'm not going to enjoy this any more than you will. Let's
don't know,
try and
you
get
might
it over
enjoy
with
it, though.
as soon as possible.
Caster Semenya is more of a man than Nicholas Bauer.
I'm not
And
arguing
she's not a
with
man.
that.
And she's not a man,
I'm not
by the
arguing.
way.
So there we go.
I've got the deputy chair of the Solidarity Fund on my show next week, so I'm keeping quiet with all this stuff because then that thing's going to be cancelled very soon.
Okay, well, let me put you on the spot
Well, I'm
then,
pretty
Ramon.
sure he's not watching
No,
this.
it's
I
just
hope
you,
not.
man. It's just you, man. Right? Well, someone will probably share it to him, share it with him if Ramon says something bad. But you made a statement the other day on one of your streams about Fita being a patsy. And I'm in full agreement with that. Right? Now, Hubert was arguing with me a little bit. He doesn't really agree that much. Okay?
No,
He
I
thinks
do.
you're wrong.
I do.
No,
I've got new
shush now,
information.
shush now.
I agree.
I'm on the word here. I'm on the word. You
Gideon,
shut
let
up.
the woman speak.
Exactly. Right? You know, our cycles have synced up here, Jeremy. Okay, so would you care?
Sorry,
Would you
I'm just going
care?
to pick up my lipstick.
There we go. Yeah, don't forget to pass me a tampon. But okay, would you agree, or would you care at least, Ramon, to just give us a little summary of what you were saying? That Fita is probably, or potentially, or likely doing this as a false flag.
Well, I mean, Fita controls 100% of the tobacco market in South Africa right now under the lockdown. That's obvious. Gold Leaf, Carolinx, and who is the other one? I forgot. They control 100% of the market because what has happened is that, well, the legitimate tobacco companies, legitimate ones, can't sell legitimately. Fita has always sold illegitimately. They haven't paid taxes for the most part. At least one party didn't. So why would Fita, who are making 1,000% more money now, go to court to overturn the very thing that is making them stinking rich right now? It doesn't make sense. It's like Jeremy going to court to ban satire. Not that he's filthy rich, but I mean, he's making money from it. It's like Gideon going to court to ban flying, but he's a pilot. Like, why would you do that?
Well, he's not making money from that right now, but
True.
Exactly that. And I'll tell you something, right? Based on my experience of having investigated a lot of organized criminal activities, right, or government services, we like to call it, but having investigated a lot of crime syndicates, you always follow the money. Money is almost always, if not part of the motive, then the motive. So I am 100% with you. You know what? When you said that the other day, it just rang so many bells. And you know what?
Yeah.
You always look for a motive. Why is something being done? That's always got to be your absolute question for any situation that you're faced with. Why is it being done? And that is
Yeah.
the most logical, simple answer ever. Why are you doing gang
Occam's-
signs at me here?
It's
No, I'm
Occam's
throwing it
razor.
at Gimp Supreme Leader, and
Yeah, like Ramon's, Gideon's doing like these rock and roll signs.
Okay, so Kerry van Skalkwijk wants to know, what does Brian do when Brian is not drinking, right, or hiding away from his children? Brian is currently in risk management, right, which is a really fancy word for saying I do risk mitigation. I suppose is an even fancier word to say it. And I used to be a intelligence officer in the South African Police Service.
If you do risk management, are you a fan of Taleb?
No.
Okay.
that's a short answer.
Simple. Mareka, what do? You work on a mine or something, but you're not a miner. You don't.
She's a vibration specialist.
Right. Oh, yes.
Quite literally.
Mine is that's the easy answer. I'm a seismologist.
Told you,
Size-
vibration specialist.
Size, no, or an expert on size.
No, an expert on earthquakes. Expert.
Seismologist doesn't matter.
I have experts working for me.
There you go. Dun dun
Experts who do
dun.
what?
So the other night, chaps, I was chatting to Mareka, and listen here, Mareka's actually in a little bit of a predicament, and we were having this conversation the other night. She is single because, and she's wondering why, and I can tell you exactly why, right? So she has guns, she mows her own lawn, she has multiple houses, and basically anything that a guy can do, she can do. So can you see the
Better.
problem here? So we need to feminize Mareka just a little bit.
No, the problem is she can do anything a guy can do better. That's the problem. But what happened to Yaku, who was driving you home?
So can Hitachi.
He's still driving me home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's even making comment. Is Yaku who drives you home called Yaku Mayberg? Mayberg.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sorry,
No,
Yaku.
Wrong
We got
Yaku.
the wrong.
Sorry that Yaku.
Mareka, hold
Yaku is
on.
probably not watching. I haven't seen his name, so he's not watching. He's probably sleeping.
Mareka,
Mareka.
when you go on a date, you need to let the guy do something.
Yeah,
Then
bring
you
him
might
for
be-
coffee.
Yeah, you
No,
just need to make him
I
feel
usually
useful.
I let him play.
I let him
Okay.
pay. See, there's the first problem. I let him pay.
I haven't
You let
been
him
on a
It's more
date
like
in 10
I
years.
make him pay.
You
I
let him play.
play.
For you
Oh,
make him pay
hey.
for his crime against humanity and the other things.
I was thinking play like PS4 or something.
See-
That's not a good happy
See,
ending.
yes,
you know?
yes. The problem. We guys,
That
we've
would
got
be an excellent
egos.
first date.
So we guys have got egos, and unfortunately, you can't destroy everything about us. So you've got to at least pretend, Mareka.
What, that you're
Oh,
doing a good
Jeremy, I
job.
pretend to like you.
Some more ointment for Jeremy.
Let me just pour myself another drink here.
Make it a double.
In the awkward silence, I'm just saying I drive a Subaru like Ramon in the corner. That one.
Subaru for life.
How do you guys
Well,
pronounce
Jeremy
it?
is
he got it
trying to
right.
recover from
Subaru,
this.
Subaru.
Is it? How do you pronounce that? Is it Subaru or Subaru?
No, the Americans call it Subaru. Civilized
then I don't
people
wanna-
call it Subaru.
Okay, then I don't want to say it's Subaru.
Sorry to my
However,
fans from Louisiana. My wife.
however the Americans
Yeah.
say it is not the right way. So Subaru.
I just want to get down to the bottom of this. So,
Have
Mareka,
to
you
pay
have,
respect for Jeremy.
Mareka, you have a man who likes you, that you allow him to drive. What? He drives you around, and then like you just leave him.
No,
go
he
back
drives
home.
her home from work.
No, you misunderstand. We have
Yeah.
a lift club because petrol is expensive.
Well, because all your money is
No,
going
no,
to the
that's-
super
that's-
chats. That's a problem.
Sorry, that's nonsense. We did the whole drive home with her. When was it? Last week or 2 weeks ago? It took like 20 minutes or something. No,
Yeah,
nonsense.
because we
You
kept
live-
driving. He kept driving past your house
Yes,
by
you
mistake
live
on
in
purpose.
You live in Tabazimbi, right? There is nothing that's far away that I need to save petrol for.
Mike, I work on a mine. My mine is 35 kilometers outside of town.
55.
35.
And it's in between
35.
farms. Yeah. Yes.
You can cycle that with Jeremy's
No.
cycle when he's off it.
She mows her
No.
lawn. I don't think she needs to cycle.
But she doesn't
I'm
have.
not going
she
to
has a
cycle.
push
No,
mower.
but Mareka, you're missing the point here. You've got to let the guy do something that makes him feel like a guy. Otherwise, you're gonna wake up on your own forevermore. We have an ego. At least pretend.
Like you look a lot unhappier about the situation than Mareka looks about it. To be honest,
Because I feel for my fellow man, Gideon. I feel for my fellow guys.
Okay, we figured out the vector of pain. It's not from Mareka; it's to Mareka.
Like, can
you
you
know
imagine?
what, Jeremy? You know what? I live in between a bunch of hunters. This is Hunter Valley, okay? Hunter
Yeah.
and Klaasboer Valley. And I am also associated with the Hunters Association. So you might think that there's a lot of potential there, but it actually doesn't look like that. And I spoke to one of my Hunters colleagues one night at a meeting, and we were talking about my singledom because that's apparently a contentious topic.
It is.
And he said, but Mareka, you make money, you can shoot, you're a manager at a mine, the men are afraid of you. And that was coming from Aitapazimni Klaasboer, who can hunt and can shoot and has more guns than me.
It's game over.
So
I think I
what
solved
must
it.
what must I do? This is just me.
Vorsteer is offering his services to take you on a romantic outing to the shooting range. Do you have a
candles.
shadow? Do you have a
With
season
candles,
shadow too?
candles.
She might. She might
Yeah,
take you up.
he's gonna light candles and put them around the target.
Vorsteer,
More like
Vorsteer, prove that with the size of your super chat. We'll watch.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
By the way, Jerm doesn't in fact drive a Prius. He drives a Ford.
I do drive a Ford. Yes,
Yes.
I'm all
But
about
hold on.
European
Boss
cars
Steve.
pretending to be American.
Vorstees, get in line, please. You were your first. But I solved your problem, Mareka. What you need is a simp.
Oh,
No
he's
one
online.
needs a simp. You might need
What
a
I
gimp,
need-
but to mow
What
the
I
lawn.
I need a man who makes more money than me so that I can stay at home and be a trophy wife.
Oh, I'm out then. Damn it.
Yeah,
I was
game
about to
over for
say,
me.
Cheers.
under the present economic circumstances, that's a big
Nah.
ask.
Mareka, sorry, you're on your own, Mareka.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
on your-
Well, see, I get to spend my own money.
What, on Ramon and on Jeremy? And on your own live
And
stream?
on
Your
a
ring
deal.
has to be gun shaped. Yeah, and she spends a lot. I'm like Mareka's charity case.
but hang
I
on,
feel like
in all
I'm like her
seriousness-
adopted child or
Wait,
something.
Wait, Mareka. In all seriousness, like in such a small town, what would actually
Brian,
be a good
hello.
first date in your part of the world? Like
Thank you
genuinely,
for-
what would be a good first date? There's nothing
But
there.
just,
You-
just pause there
Girls.
quick. Just to Louisiana. I don't know if there's Louisiana whiskey, but I'll definitely spend this on Jim Beam or Jack Daniels. And
Cool.
It's called moonshine, dude. No. It's called moonshine.
No, it's called-
Louisiana
it's called
whiskey is
sour-
called moonshine.
it's called either bourbon or sour mash
Moonshine.
whiskey. But sorry, I
Hold on.
interrupted Jeremy.
We're talking about Mareka's dating life, which is much more interesting than bloody whiskey.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
No,
Yes.
absolutely. We just
But
had to drop a
Mareka-
thing.
I mean,
Okay. So this will be like I randomly meet a guy somewhere, and after that, we
Probably
go
at
on a first
church.
date. That's highly unlikely.
at a funeral.
I want to see if
More likely.
Vorsteer hasn't come back yet, unfortunately.
Vorsteer. TikTok. TikTok.
So if it wasn't lockdown, I would say the shooting range. No. No. Wait. The shooting range, but when there is a league shoot. So we're not alone on the shooting range. It's actually
And he
a
has to-
competition.
And he has to prove his worth
Mozambique.
because by scoring reasonably.
Yes.
Because
I'm out
Mark's
again.
was-
Damn it.
Something else will be an outing to the national park, because there's like the second largest national park in South Africa is like 20 kilometers away from me.
Pilanesberg.
No, Marakele.
Oh, I thought Pilanesberg was bigger. Okay, didn't know that.
No, Pilanesberg is small and it's south. It's Sun City, but the Marakele drive will be nice.
Sorry,
with
Gentle
a lot of
inflatables, you
wildlife.
need to specify which head.
What did she say?
That the date. There we go.
JST McFarlane says boer soeke vrou. I think that's very relevant right now, isn't it? In Tabazimbi.
Vrou boer.
We had a guy from Tabazimbi on Boersoeke Vrou. Well, he was from Dwaalboom or somewhere.
Was he the,
Can I tell you a horrible story about Dwaalboom quickly?
but you're going to anyway, so go ahead.
There's always a horrible story. So when I still flew airplanes for a living, we used to have a charter to Dwaalboom every day for Pretoria Portland Cement. It would depart Bansira at like 5 a.m. or something stupid. And it was literally a 20-minute flight. We would sit there the whole day at their like internment camp at the mine and fly back at 5 in the afternoon. You would log a total of 1 hour's flying time for like something like a 16-hour day's work. And it was fucking awful.
That's
There is
a pilot
nothing.
called sitting by the strip work.
No, there's nothing that happens in Dwaalboom. Like, how many novels can you read before? And to be honest, is everyone married to their cousin in that town? Because there is a receding like jawline that is observable in the populace in Dwaalboom that is upsetting. I heard banjos, and I expected someone to go, "You got a pretty mouth, boy," at any point.
You will be surprised how many people are related to each other in Tabazimbi and on the mine. It's scary. They don't have the same last names, obviously, because somebody marries somebody else's sister and stuff, but it's like a mafia. Everybody is related to somebody.
Sorry, right. So Tabazimbi, where Deliverance is a documentary. Gideon, bring back up IC3ZA's comment about you flying planes. Right, he doesn't fly any planes anymore. He's an unemployed pilot. There we
The
go.
worst kind.
Sorry.
You know, Tabazimbi has actually got a pretty cool vet, actually. Mareka, if you've taken your dog to him, I actually know him.
Oh, what's his face? Louis.
Yes.
Mareka's cousin.
Louis doesn't do dogs. He only does the big stuff.
Yeah, he only does big animals,
Ooh,
but I mean,
oh,
if
he
has
does the
to,
big
he'll
ones,
do a
huh?
dog.
Piggies. Like piggies.
He tried to. So last year, he tried to convince us to move to Tabazimbi.
Don't come
Yeah,
to
they
the
don't
Satan's
fly-
hellhole.
Did he have
No.
an island, Jeremy?
I am.
Did he
I
tell
am
you
a
that he had an
fire.
island?
No.
Imagine Jerm moving to Tabazimbi. Mareka's love story will be finalized.
Sorry, I was imagining Jerm moving to.
and
I was
Al will
imagining.
move back
I was imagining
to
Jerm
Cape
moving
Town
to Epstein's Island.
No.
Jerm?
No.
Jeremy's stream quality will drop so bad. So bad.
Throw Boer will be over.
I just want to know, what filter are you using, Jeremy, at the moment?
I'm not using a filter.
Are you naturally this luminous?
No, I might just have the brightness. set up
Hashtag
to
very
high.
white.
Let me see if I can drop it. Hold on. I didn't know it was so bright. I think it's my light here that I
Then
got
he's
up.
gonna
I
go.
bought a light like Ramon's. Maybe that's a bit
Yeah, but
better.
Ramon lost the
Hashtag faded
bulb.
lives matter.
Yeah, mine broke.
I can see yours in the reflection there, Ramon. You've got a ring light.
Yeah, but it's tiny. It's a tiny ring. This one's better.
Isn't
This
a
one's-
ring
this
light
one's-
something a proctologist uses?
Oh,
This one's
okay.
more more phallic.
Listen,
Whereas this
so in
one
Tabazimbi,
is very ring. Is a small ring.
so in Tabazimbi, it's Vrou Sukke Boer. In Cape Town, it's a Boer Sukke O.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Except it wasn't Cape Town because where was the most recent Boerseke Vrou was actually off of O, and he wasn't in Cape Town though. He was somewhere else. Wasn't he up north somewhere?
It's more like Boerseke Foe than anything else, and I have no idea where it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm alone in.
So I did what Ramon did. I
knowledge.
also bought a ring light, and it's actually like the best thing you can do if you do these live streams. To be honest, they work really well. Gideon, you must get one. Although Gideon, you need to upgrade from your caravan.
Ramon, is your ring light fixed?
No, it's still broken. So I got my small one, not the big one.
Watch
talking in the
Mareka send him a
background?
super chat.
Oh no, that's my wife is on call, so she's busy talking to other doctors and being very serious. I'm in
How
the
small is your
living room.
caravan? How small
Yeah,
is
no,
your
listen, you
caravan?
need to upgrade from your caravan, Gideon.
Yeah, double wide.
Just to answer, you're allowed to be in possession. You're just not allowed to handle it. So I can handle the blue gun as much as I want because it's a blue gun. It's not real.
That's what you call it.
That's what I call it.
Yo,
My
there's
blue
quite a roast in the comments there. The fat dude in blue thinks he's funny, but he ain't.
But why is there two?
Okay,
why
who's
is there
that?
two e's? But there was a lack of punctuation from free discount.
Oh, free discount. The fat dude in blue thinks he's funny, but he ain't. Yeah.
We
I don't
missed
give
an
free discount.
apostrophe.
Sorry.
So Gideon, since you
Yes.
are rocking
He
the
didn't miss
live
his cousin,
streams
though.
at the moment, you need to get a ring light. They're not very expensive.
Can we please call it anything else?
Okay, a circular light.
Literally.
A circular
Any-
An
light.
orifice light.
No,
A
like,
circular light.
when I said anything else, moving away from the realm of like bowel movements, like
So
can we just call
Ronaldo,
it circular
Ronaldo
light?
had one, and
Thank
then
you.
Ramon got one, and then Ramon pointed me to the one on Take a Lot, and I bought the same light. And now you must get one too.
Can I show you my
Jim,
light? Hang on.
Literally copies
It's a-
everything I do, though.
It's a potato light. It's
That's okay.
Oh
It
god,
works from
it
one.
just went out. It's back. There we
But
go.
it's actually, but my circular light is quite large though. You get different sizes. I didn't know that.
Big ring light.
Size matters, Brian.
I'm not going to argue with you at all. Size does.
Why don't you show us your ring, Jim?
No, I can't. It's attached to the wall.
Where all good rings should be.
Mareka
Okay,
is
so-
just laughing quietly there.
Okay, wait. So
Yeah, somebody in the comments said I had a cock laugh, so now I'm just giggling.
Listen, Mareka, you have
have a
got
cuck
the
laugh.
world's greatest accent. I thought Laura from Talking Sirens, which is now apparently no longer, but I thought Laura had the greatest accent. But I must also tell you that you are like rivaling her quite closely.
Well, thank you.
Hang on. Gideon, you need to check the comments for a change because Willem Wickelspies is giving old free discount a hammer. Go, Willem.
old and stale. Jesus, like, I love it.
and free discount. I'd like to point out that Willem Wickelspies is the doyen of anything relating to the stage. So if he says you're old and stale, mate, you're old and fucking stale.
Who is Willem?
Graham,
I see him on my stream
Graham is
often, but I don't
commenting
know
on
who he is.
Mareka.
Am I supposed to know who he is?
Well, there's obviously our local version of the Shakespeare. I don't know if it was. What would be our Stratford upon Avon? It was definitely not Parijs in the Vrystaat, although it's on a river.
Gideon, I love the way you do that. Pray.
Woodstock.
But I can't say R in any other way. I've
Pray.
tried.
You
Pray.
pray. You pray.
Well, you can, Gideon, your R
Like a donkey.
differs between Afrikaans and English.
It does, but I don't have to roll the R in English. I could just do it softly. Whereas when I speak Afrikaans, so if I say Mareka, then
It comes from the back of your throat.
it does.
I really like the way you say my
God,
name.
did you? I like the way you put that, Jeremy. Thank you. Lots of things come from the back of people's throats. Something, not all of it's pretty
Nothing comes from the back of my
or
throat.
wholesome.
Gideon. I don't know about
Good.
you.
I'm glad you pointed that out for us.
Nothing comes from the back of my throat.
Needed the confirmation. Do you swallow? Is that what you're saying?
Talking about swallowing. So Beth from Eleutheria, who everyone should actually be tuning into every day at about 4:45, right?
She is
She points out that
Beth is awesome.
she is
Beth
absolutely
is
awesome.
fantastic. She's like the silent voice that like no one is tuning into. I really think everybody must support her.
Yes,
I agree. I agree.
Because she talks
And-
incredible sense.
And when you stop interrupting me, Hubert, she wanted to point out very cogently.
Listen, Brian.
Yes, Jeremy, shut up. So gynecologists use ring lights as well. She wanted everyone to know that.
Wait,
Okay.
who was this?
Beth says that when you want to look at a puss, you must use a ring light. Okay, so get a ring light.
My wife does that all the time.
What,
She looks at your
gynecology or
She looks at pusses.
Yours in particular.
Well, she's
That's
a
why
vet.
that's why you bought one.
I actually saw the funniest GIF or a short little image. It wasn't a GIF, I don't think, of this chap with a remote thermometer, and he was pointing it down into this lady's crotch, and it was registering at over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It was hilarious.
I'm from
Lucy?
Bloemfontein.
No, he is not from Malmesbury, right? We had him tested. He did not have fetal alcohol syndrome, and he is not addicted to tick. So he's definitely not from Malmesbury.
So what's the excuse then?
There are other excuses, including a lot of trauma, but fetal alcohol syndrome and tick addiction are not one of them.
No, I was about to ask Ramon to clarify who he was talking to.
It's okay, Gideon, catch up.
Listen, Mareka, why don't you have a live stream?
Why?
You're on it.
This
You're
is
freaking on it.
technically her live stream. Technically, like
Stop trying to
33
poach her away from
kilometers.
Whiskey Friday.
I don't want to do it alone, go it on my own.
I think you could. I think you could. You could do a live stream while mowing your lawn.
Yeah, the mowing stream.
Jim,
You
do
could get
not
sponsored by
joke.
Hitachi.
There is a lawnmower fetish out there. People actually.
Exploit it. What you waiting for? Come on, Mareka. You could be the face of the lawnmower
did you pick-
fetish.
I agree,
How do
you
you
could
know
be,
that?
but how did you pick up on that knowledge?
Yeah, I was about
I'm
to
very
say, how
interested
did you
now.
find this? Because I'm equally curious.
Somebody mentioned it in our stream the other night, Jeremy. They said something about OnlyFans and a lawnmower fetish. I can't remember who it was. So today I googled it and I was like, what?
Listen,
Why?
Mareka, yes, how it works. Yes, how it works. If you
Gideon,
do a
Google
live
it quickly.
stream- If
Okay,
you do a
let me
live
Google it.
stream, if you do a live
He's
stream
going to. He said it.
mowing your lawn in a bikini, I'm there.
There's a human lawnmower.
A thousand subscribers in your first video.
Can I quickly share a screen? Wait a second.
Listen, Jeremy, just because I'm a free-thinking woman doesn't mean I'm going to let you exploit me.
I've found something horrible, and I think you all
That's
should
what
see
she
it.
said.
Hang on. I just made sure all my Pornhub tabs are closed, and now you can. Mechanophilia exposed and explained. A brief look
It's psychology today, so you know it's real.
For a second, I thought there was Nicholas Power.
Turned on by machines.
Hang on, I need to remove this before we all get sucked into the fucking. What's it called? The
Your
singularity.
Google's
There
going to
we
be
go.
very interesting tomorrow.
I can
God.
imagine Mareka on on the electric. Do you have a lawnmower that you sit on with a pink gun,
No.
Jedi outfit? I think it works. I think it
My
works.
dad won't let me drive the lawnmower.
What does he doesn't understand art? What does he know about art?
Well, she's got a lightsaber. Like, can you go fetch it for us, Marika, if you don't mind? Because I love the
Yes,
sound.
go fetch the lightsaber.
Listen,
I want to
guys.
see Ramon's face. No, I want to see Ramon's face when you put the lightsaber on. Please go and fetch the lightsaber.
Listen, we need to go into
Okay,
some
I
serious
will-
talk now, okay?
I will go and fetch the
You-
lightsaber, but you guys are gonna have to talk amongst yourselves for a
Okay,
minute or so.
we'll do that.
Okay. Yeah,
Because
okay.
Jeremy was saying that we need to do serious conversations,
Yeah,
and
no,
I'll
we
actually
need,
have
we
you
need to
know,
have a
Jeremy.
serious conversation, right? It's Friday night.
So
Okay,
so I
I'll be
actually
back
had
for some
notes.
serious conversation.
Yes,
I just
off you go.
I used to fly for Mango, by the way, just to answer this
Well,
question very quickly. Don't
okay,
fly
I'll
on them,
have the
fly on
chicken.
Sapphire,
Yes, fly Sapphire.
not the beast.
Mango's the only local airline that offers Wi-Fi, though.
No, not anymore. No, that was a big scam, bro. They've got those little
was a very big
carbuncle things
scam.
on the top, and it was a shit connection, and they overcharged you so much for it. And none of it lasted like a full year and a half until it became potato, and then it didn't work anymore. So no,
Well,
we don't
Kalula
have.
doesn't offer any kind of Wi-Fi.
But Kalula's
on
about
board.
to liquidate. They're ground. They're not flying at all. The only guys who are flying at the moment.
Well, I fly Sapphire, so
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good airline. Fly
and
Sapphire.
mainly because they're actually on time. So
There we
Yes.
go. JCS Cape
There are a
Town
whole
says
lot of other mainlies, but yes, that's one of them. They're also a better airline. And then, most importantly, they don't tell you when you sit down and you put your seatbelt on, prepare for fucking blast off. Anyway, I had, Jeremy, I will have you know, notes from your show the other day with Howard Dembowski from Justice Project.
yes.
Okay. I will say this. You want serious conversation. So I really enjoyed the show. I really did. I had one issue with one point, and I want to really be specific. It was just one issue with the specific thing Howard said, was that he doesn't like reservists. And having been both a former regular or permanent member of the police as well as a reservist, right? Taking issue is the wrong word. I disagree with him completely. Because if you want to, and again, we're having serious conversation here. If you want to look at what policing should be, it should be the expression of a community wanting to make itself more secure, right? That is what ultimately, if you go back to the Pelian principles, that is what policing should be. An impartial group of people who are there to look after their community and uphold the laws, and most importantly, keep the peace and justice within their community. So the reservists are actually the very pinnacle of that expression if they are correctly utilized.
Can I
Right
tell you
now,
where
the biggest problem with the reservists is not the fact that they're weekend warriors or all of that. That's shush. I'm still talking, right? It's not because they're weekend warriors or anything. It's because they're incredibly badly managed. The issue that Howard had with reservists wasn't with the reservists themselves. It was with the idiocy that is the South African Police Service's management, both at a very, very, granular level as well as at a very senior level. Anyway, that was a serious point that I had to bring into this when I heard you were coming in. And I just sit back there and
can I quickly interrupt
say
you
nothing.
on that? No, I know where Howard's thing comes from, and it's because where he presently is, he's having issues with some of the reservists that are trying too hard to be little Gestapo, as in they are trying to do what they are more enthusiastic at enforcing bullshit lockdown regulations than the actual policemen are.
Sorry, Eleutheria's comment. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Where's the ring light? Because
I mustn't read the comment. Sorry. Ramon has been quiet for like the last 10 minutes.
He's thinking about Marika on the lawnmower.
Yes, or he's bored.
in a Jedi outfit. I'm waiting in anticipation.
Well, I need a top up.
Yeah, me too. Of coffee. How long is a stream? I've got all night. I'm not saying we need to end.
I've also got all night, so I'm not going anywhere.
So I'm going to make another coffee. All right. But Marika, she can't come back on until I come back.
No, Liesel might cut my throat at some point, so I need to keep quiet. You guys need to talk more.
Can we live stream that?
No, fuck off. And I'm going to get a top up, and my sound is going to go potato because my battery's about to die, and I need to choose microphone
it's just
or
me and
battery.
Brian for a few moments.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, the crowd
That's
loves
fine.
you guys.
Well, they love Brian.
Ramon needs his drugs, and I need my whatever. So we'll be back.
Well, let me tell you a quick story, Brian. So
yes, please do.
this I did not buy. One of my supporters gave this to me, but not just this.
I remember.
2 of them this week. And I have some more whiskey coming next week just because I have great supporters.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, though, nobody is impressed because nobody likes Jack Daniels. I, however, like Jack Daniels. Do you?
I love Jack Daniels. I love Jack Daniels.
What is with this snobbery? I love Jack Daniels.
I'm loving Marika's angle on her webcam there, or at least her camera.
Marika, do you like Jack Daniels? Because I love Jack Daniels.
I have Whiplash.
No, that's also great.
Which is
that
also
wasn't-
nice.
But that doesn't answer my question.
So I've heard.
I didn't hear your
question-
question. Sorry, I just heard
my
Jack
question
Daniels.
is, my question is, do you like Jack Daniels? Because I love it, and everybody hates Jack Daniels. I don't understand why.
I am going to be honest with you. I've never had Jack Daniels.
You should. It's really good.
Well, listen, Jack Daniels is amazing.
I've only been drinking whiskey, started drinking whiskey recently. So I buy a bottle or 2 and finish the one before I go on to a next brand.
My problem is that I drink a bottle of Jack Daniels way too quickly.
Yes.
No, really,
You
I
might
can
need to
finish.
get some help for that.
I can finish this whole bottle in one night. And that's a bit of a problem.
Yes.
But
You should ask
I think
Gideon about
it's
that.
It's more like 8 bits of problem.
What did I do?
But Jack Daniels.
No, we were
is
talking
a
about
great-
finishing bottles of Jack Daniels in a single night.
Listen,
Oh,
Jack
that
Daniels
was
is a
horrendous
great
experience.
whiskey. But here's the thing: whenever you say it's a great whiskey, then you get all the purists coming in going, "Well, it's not actually a whiskey; it's a bourbon, and technically, it's not really a bourbon and all that." Guys, it's a whiskey
It's whiskey.
it's a whiskey for the most part. Let's not get that technical, all right?
If you want to be real purists, whiskey just means water of life. This is water of life. Fuck everybody. Rock on.
Whiskey is like, hold on. Whiskey is like porn, right? Like, just watch what you like.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
yes, but ultimately, all porn is good and all whiskey is good, right? Some
No,
is better than
porn
others,
is
but all
not
porn is
good. No,
Actually,
it's
I
not.
think-
That's your opinion.
This
think porn is actually
this
degenerate.
comment is a very good comment.
The only
You're just saying that because she's on top of you now.
the only porn I watch is my ex-girlfriend's porn. No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. I don't. I watch my ex-boyfriend's porn.
Wait a second. Your ex-boyfriend makes porn. Why?
Well, I can definitely tell you if this stream is taken off YouTube, it will not get taken off of Pornhub. Definitely
Jack
not.
Daniels.
When are we getting our Pornhub channel? Because I think
Forgotten Weapons has one.
Listen,
yes.
I don't know about
It's
you
a
guys.
very-
Or Gideon maybe, because Gideon's a Cape Townian. Brian, are you a Cape Townian? Not really, hey?
I'm a Cape Townian probably for the next 3 weeks, and then I'm not a Cape Townian anymore.
Okay, so,
Nor am I.
you
South
aren't
African.
really a Cape Townian then, eh?
No, I'm not really a South African.
Oh, well, there's that as well. Well, neither was Ramon.
Yes.
No, but Brian, you need to tell them what you are because now you've just made it.
Well,
Awkward.
I'm a Namibian.
That's not even a real
You
country.
need to go back to where you came from.
Well,
Oh!
Namibia's like Belgium.
How
It
very
doesn't exist.
xenophobic of you, Marika. How very xenophobic.
Namibia is like Belgium.
What do you mean, like a military maneuver area for England and France and Germany?
Well, I mean, it's full of Germans, and there's nothing to do.
and everybody can hear Gideon typing.
I want to show you something. I just need to find it.
I also want to show you something. Me
Yes,
too.
Marek,
Hang on, I'm out.
put it in the center, Gideon. Put it in the center.
Oh, you see, Mareka, now you want to know why you're single.
But you see, Jeremy, I don't put this in my living room. So
I'm sorry? You don't put it there?
this is not in my living room. So when
Oh,
people
in your
have to
living
visit
room,
this-
right.
No, it's not. It's not. It's in my man cave.
It's somewhere
or in my
else.
nerd
It's
cave.
in your man
So
cave. Mareka,
Man cave.
Only the privileged people get to see this. When I
Mareka,
trust
this is-
you, I will invite you to my nerd cave.
So you
Did you
can pull out
ever
your
say
man
man
cave.
cave or nerd cave?
In my study.
Depends
my
who-
study is my nerd cave.
It depends who she has over.
This is a problem, Mareka, and you're wondering why you're single.
No, I'm single because I make too much money. That's why I'm single.
Oh, well, since we're being brutally honest,
I mean, if I wasn't married, that wouldn't be a problem because I hate mowing the lawn and I suck at DIY. So there we go.
and I mean, all you've ever wanted in life is a woman with a lightsaber.
Who mows lawns?
A woman with a
There we go.
lightsaber that's longer than yours.
And she pulls it out of her man cave whenever she sees me. It's wonderful.
Oh,
Mareka, does your lightsaber also do that wah wah sound?
It does.
didn't you hear
Don't
it
you?
just now?
Okay.
I didn't hear it.
It's epic.
Okay. I'm going
If
to.
I don't think you can hear it, but if I swing it,
If you
I'm
swing
going
it,
to hit something. Yeah, can you hear that?
Yeah.
so,
You know
Mine
what?
makes the
I'm going
same
to
noise.
scream grab Ramon's face here because it is the most epic image you will ever see.
And I used to hate Star Wars.
not anymore.
Until
must
you
tell
met
you-
Mareka.
I think Star Wars is completely overrated.
It's a lot of
Ramon,
shit.
you have 3 Star Wars posters against your wall.
Yeah, then I
I
mind my
don't have
wife
it.
put them up.
Oh no, but Star
like
Wars
your
is
wife.
overrated, man.
It's a fun space opera with enjoyable and likable characters. Like, why the hate? Like, it's
So is
people who-
Oprah. And fuck her.
It's a space opera.
I wouldn't rather, thank you.
And let's be honest, the new Star Wars is even worse.
Yeah, but the new one
It
doesn't
is.
count.
But you see, this is the purest thing, right? Star Wars is fantastic. Yeah, but the new ones don't really count because you see what happened was X, Y, and Z because Disney fucked it up. I'm like, so Star Wars sucks. No, the first one is fantastic. No,
I will say this,
make
though.
up your mind.
I will say this. The best ride I have ever been on my life is the Star Wars ride at Euro Disney. It's the best ride.
Ooh, okay, is
Star
that where
Wars
you're going
Mountain
with
or
that?
whatever it's called.
I thought you were going to say your wife, but anyway.
Yeah,
whatever
I was
fix your bean.
thinking,
Well, this is a family. This is
this
a
is a
family
really
channel.
personal.
No,
This
the
is a
stream is
really
not for
personal,
children.
buttons.
We have children
Shame.
watching, Ramon.
Can I make
No,
No,
this
but
worse
listen,
for us
what's it
quickly?
called? Star Mountain or Star Wars Mountain or something.
No,
At
there's
Euro
Space
Disney.
Mountain and
Space
there's Star
Mountain, there we go.
Tours.
It is the greatest roller coaster ride you have ever been on in your life. It is the most incredible. It's the most incredible experience.
Can I
That's yeah.
Can I quickly show you something? It's also an incredible experience. And this is going to be, if you're easily upset by things, that you need to leave the stream now, okay? Because this is okay. This is what you think it is.
Oh,
And look at
this is in range of Pornhub channel.
It's InRange TV. So you have M198, Project Salvo, double penetration. Hot GI explodes in 2 Germans and American girl. Hard as hell 2 gun, stage 5, one-handed.
For any one of the like 5 people who've never watched in-range TV, watch it. On YouTube if you don't want to go to Pornhub. But seriously, this has got to be this and the Forgotten Weapons, which is one of the in-range presenters' own personal channels, are brilliant. Go and watch this.
So it's
really just
that's
top
a
class.
real channel.
So wait, hold on. Like, is it like porn with guns, or is it like a shooting channel that doesn't get monetized on YouTube?
No,
so they do it on
it's a-
Pornhub?
It's a shooting channel. It's a legit shooting channel that does not get
didn't-
monetized on YouTube.
That shoots
Real
bullets and
guns.
guns. Not, oh,
Yes.
right. Oh,
No
excellent.
euphemism. No, and
No,
it's
let me
good,
show you.
right, Ramon? It's seriously good stuff.
Yeah, let me
Right?
show this
There's
to you.
some for the
I'll have to check
there's
it
some
out.
for the people who just
Just
want to watch
ignore-
guns.
Oh my word!
Oh, no, sideline.
Okay. So this is audio.
Oh my God.
Oh no! This is now you're gonna get taken down. You know that, Gideon.
You bad. What the fuck, Dunya?
At least I warned everyone in advance that they need to
let's-
use this channel.
Gideon, we need to counterbalance this. Let's talk about Pocahontas or something.
Okay, talking about Pocahontas, Beth has got a big blue tube for you, Jeremy.
A big blue what?
A big blue tube.
Oh, we're watching German Ramon hunting.
Beth is going to pull a Marika, apparently.
Yes. No. She's going to pull you, Marika. Right? And then she's going to give Jeremy. No. She said she was going to pull you, and then she's going to give Jeremy a big blue tube. Okay.
Oh, my goodness me.
The
So
worst part is
Beth?
my ad blocker is on, guys. That was with my ad blocker on. Okay.
okay, that's terrible. Bethany, I know you're still watching. I can see you in the comment section. Right? Jeremy wants his big blue tube, and let us know when you've pulled Marika. Okay.
Oh,
Even the camera's fallen over.
Oh, dear Lord. I don't know how do we top what you've just shown us, Hubert?
I don't know.
I mean, it was
No,
like,
it's like
where do we go from there?
it's like game over from this point on.
yeah. You'll have to delete this live stream forever. Otherwise, you'll never get monetized. Never.
Oh,
I'll also never
Never.
get voted into Parliament now. Everyone knows
No.
my secret.
oh. But then again, you know what? In 2 weeks, it'll be forgotten. Oh,
No.
Sadly.
No, you're right. It will be forgotten in 2 weeks, but in 10 years' time, some woke lefty is going to find it and then send it to Gideon's employer.
I'm really hoping that in
I'm
10 years' time,
self-employed.
wokeness. I'm really. Maybe I'm being stupidly naive, but I'm really hoping that in 10 years' time, wokeness will no longer exist. That it will have
it
been
will no longer
dogged
exist.
out of existence.
Well,
Right,
we,
just
we
like
need
the
a
ANC.
we need a genocide for that.
Oh,
We've been cancelled.
Listen, I've got to say though, I'm really glad that we have spoken a lot of substance and things that matter in this stream. Like we really have covered some very important talking points.
Have we?
Lawnmowers.
we
The significance of Pornhub as a bastion of free speech.
My wife said to me earlier this evening, "Yeah, I'm going to tune in.
Safest.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun."
well, it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So FYI, just the one thing, in 10 years' time, Gideon will still not have an employer, so don't worry about it too much. He'll still be broke ass selling caps,
I'll be alongside Gideon, also with no employer. I've burnt all my bridges.
selling the
anyway,
big
so-
issue. Right.
Selling
so,
the big issue.
So FYI,
Oh yeah.
FYI, for those who haven't, I promise you, this is not an exaggeration. Becky Kelly hates this cap. He hates
He
it.
does.
It gives him fucking ulcers. Buy more of these caps. He hates this cap.
Yakuba says something serious. Check out woke.net. Is that really a website? It can't be.
I'll check
Can I
rather watch
Woke.net.
Pornhub.com.
It can't be worse than what I just showed us. Let's check.
Well, woke.net, is that for real?
It is for real.
Well, he says the wokeness is streaming all their illegal activities and the feds just record everything for evidence.
Oh, the broadcasters indicate this channel is intended for mature audiences. Let me show this to you.
Because why are you bringing such heavy stuff
Sorry,
in now?
hang on. That's your best tip for writing, maybe. Oh, sorry, that's Literotica. Sorry, Beth.
Though they got a Twitch channel, and okay, never mind. But we tried. It was fun while it lasted.
Listen, by the way, I see you that you're using Google. I've been using DuckDuckGo for the last 2 or 3 weeks as an experiment.
I used it for about a year, and it just doesn't give me the results I need. I really respect what they're trying to do. It's just so. It actually gives you unwanted pornography. I'm not even joking.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
like
right,
my previous HR manager was Cindy Ross, and I wanted her contact details because I needed to get a hold of her. So I Googled her, hoping that it would bring up her LinkedIn profile, and it brought up links to pornography.
Well, I mean, as I said earlier, I'm trying to get David Duke on my show, right? So Google didn't bring up his website, so I switched over to DuckDuckGo, and the very first search result was his website.
Well, see, I don't have an answer for that. But for people who are not trying to Google the KKK, Google is still useful.
KK coming.
But Gideon, maybe you were watching that gun channel on Pornhub, and then you thought that was Google, and that's where you put in Cindy Ross or whatever her name is. That's the only explanation. I mean, this notion that DuckDuckGo brings up a porn video that is somehow the same name as your HR manager.
I'll prove it to you right now.
Sell me another one, my friend. Sell me another one.
Mareka,
Come on, DuckDuckGo dogging.
Wink 3 times, Mareka, if you're okay. But I saw Mareka wink about 6 times.
That probably means I'm fine. Why should I not be fine?
Why would you say wink 3 times if you're not okay?
Oh wait, wink is this. That's one eye. My one eye is twitching.
The clan is long gone. It's just a bogeyman. All right.
No, they're all long gone, pretty much. They're not really.
Yes, Yaku, Ramon is right. He is absolutely right.
Of course I am. And right wing too.
He's very right.
Very right wing.
Yes.
Far right. Almost Aryan.
Sounds
and
good.
Eugene says that he uses Pornhub without issues. Well done, Eugene.
He says he uses DuckDuckGo, no porn issues. Read it properly.
I get so.
I've had lots of whiskey.
Used Pornhub. There was a guy in America that used Pornhub for his ads.
And I can't even prove it to you because all these links are clean. This is an issue. I can't replicate my result, which is a fuck up.
What phone is that? Does it have like an ad blocker?
No, it's my normal iPhone XS.
Oh.
Biker Chick's going deep. She's going really deep web.
Jacques wants to know, is this the right wing Cabal stream?
Where? What? Where's Cabal?
I just want to say
the politically incorrect stream.
I just want to say that Ramon, myself, and Aaron's Roots will hold the record forevermore for being the first people ever to be acknowledged on Twitter as South Africa's alt-right. And that was in about 2018, I think.
Was that Vareshni?
Vareshni Naidu tweeted South Africa's alt-right. That's the first time. And Ramon, I think it was... What year was that, Ramon? Was it 2018?
Well,
Vareshni Pillay.
Jerm,
Naidu,
can you believe
Pillay,
it?
sorry, Pillay.
It happened on July 31st, 2017.
You are shitting me. No.
It is exactly a year ago. I mean, 3 years ago.
Well done,
Exactly.
anniversary.
What are the odds? It's our anniversary.
It is. There we go.
Cheers,
Bradley Pillay,
guys. Yeah.
the duo from Renegade Report.
There we
and
go.
Jerm. So there you go, 31
There we go.
July 2017.
Can you believe it? 3 years ago, hey? To the day.
And she got so
How cool
ratioed
is
on
that?
this. She got 1 retweet and 350 responses calling her a puss. It was fantastic.
That was the very
true.
first time. That was the very first time that South Africa's alt-right, whatever that means, was mentioned. And it was
That's right.
Vareshni Pillay at that ridiculous media tribunal in which Ramon, myself, and Aaron sat in the back corner just
yes,
next
I
to
remember
Arjun
that.
Basson. Just next to Arjun Basson.
No, he was right in front of me with Peter
Yes,
the
he
Toy.
has.
Yeah, he was in front of us. yeah.
And he never looked at us once. He on purpose. Like he used to had to walk around the table towards us and then sit down. Whenever
When
he
we-
walked around, he always looked elsewhere.
When we
Can't.
arrived, Aaron went up to Peter the Toy, who's now the deputy editor of News 24. Peter the Toy, former
The
editor of
paywall
Huffington
starts
Post.
tomorrow.
He was the editor of the Huffington Post at that stage. He was in the room. Ernst went up to him and said, "How's it, Peter?" Peter looked at him, said nothing, and turned away. Didn't even greet him.
Well, the Huffington Post certainly aged well from that.
Yeah, I
And,
did.
that's how we know Adrian and Peter have a cervix.
By the way,
But they're not on
That
Pornhub.
took a while.
They're not
Jeremy-
on Pornhub, though. Not that we looked.
what is your website, Jeremy?
It's germjaws.com.
Jaws.com.
With a J, not a G.
Yeah, okay, but he's from Louisiana, okay? Like, he doesn't know South
And it's-
African
Go
satirists.
to
J like in
germjaws.com,
gender.
my friend. Go to germjaws.com.
I'm gonna make it go.
Oh, and Ramon
As a
just
ticker.
disappeared.
You made Ramon go. You made Ramon
he-
go. You
No,
better.
he left.
What the
I
fuck?
didn't
Why?
make him leave. He can
Okay,
come back
guys,
though.
apparently you have talked enough. JCS wants me to talk again. Where did Ramon go?
Listen,
we have
Mareka, I've been wanting to ask you the whole evening, but at the risk,
Yes.
at the risk,
Jeremy.
at the risk of going down the wrong road here, all I want to know is what is written on your chest. I
Oh,
see the word Friday, but I can't quite make out what the rest of it is.
Ah, that is awesome. That is awesome. That is such a cool shirt.
Because I just want to say that women that I've met, and I'm this is a true story, and this is why women are horrible sometimes. They wear these T-shirts with these slogans on, and you walk past and you look down to read the slogan, and I've honestly, true as Bob, I've had the woman saying to me, "What are you looking at, you pervert?"
you know what, Jeremy? I did tell you this before. You can look, you can stare, you can admire, as long as you say hello. At least say hello.
Nice
Stand up
shoes.
again?
You wanna?
Stand up again, Mareka.
Are you gonna say hello?
Yes, hello. There we go.
Hello.
I just said feminism back 60 years.
As long as you say hello.
No, you took it forward about 100
Forward.
years, but okay.
Yeah,
So
nice.
we all know what
Mareka,
we all know
nice
what
T-shirt. You want to
Abby
fuck?
says about.
Yeah, but not with you.
More burn ointment.
Well, yes, I should hope so. My wife won't approve.
But not you. You don't say whether you will approve or not. It's about your wife now.
Ramon, what's happened
Ramon,
to your
something
audio?
happened to your microphone.
Oh God. Okay, hold on. Fuck it, Whisky.
It
You
sounds
know,
like
I think
Ramon-
it was God. I
Ramon's
think it was
talking
something
through
wrong
his
with your
AirPods.
microphone.
There we go. Is that better?
That's much better.
Much
All right.
better.
Wrong mic.
What?
That's what she said.
Why did you tell him? Because now he sounds better than all of us.
No,
Okay,
he was talking.
so
Ramon was talking to his AirPods.
I have a late night story for you. I drive a Mazda CX-3. Now, it's very important that you know this. Mazda CX-3, bright red, soul red crystal, nice car, brand spanking new, doesn't even have 15,000 kilometers on the clock. So this afternoon, I was driving home from work. Nothing out of the ordinary. And suddenly a swarm of bees splattered into my windscreen. So now I drive a Mazda
Bees
stick.
bukkake your car.
They want you to believe it was bees. Anyway.
No, it was a bunch of bees. They just appeared out of nowhere.
Cat wants more of the Star Wars talk, Marika.
Is that the story? That sucked. I thought there was like a happy ending or something.
Your story is pretty boring, Marika.
She's just waiting for everyone to get over the image of the bees bukkaking her car, okay? Once everyone's taken a breath, she'll carry on with the next version. Scene
Okay, fine. So
2,
bees,
go
bees
ahead.
flew into your car.
Marika brought the dad jokes, and I laughed.
Am I giving away my age? None of you guys know the significance of a Mazda Sting. I mean, come on. Come on.
Oh, a Mazda
Scene 2,
Sting.
Miss Moneybags, who drives a Mazda Sting.
Wow, that was so subtle.
It was so subtle.
That
My
was
time
Tubber's
story is not as good
humor,
as mine,
right?
Marika.
That is
my
like
time story is the greatest.
playing at the comedy club there.
Listen, the stream is going down.
Sorry,
down.
we were
Listen,
talking over
I
each
don't
other.
wanna-
Marika, my late night story trumps yours. Sorry.
Okay, let's hear.
No, you've heard
Brian's
it.
having a seizure, by the way, or his rain connection.
It's my rape story in which I wasn't involved in the rape.
God, this is definitely not monetizing. No,
You were
thank
just Jeremy was just watching the pervert.
I was just watching.
No.
You heard my story. It's amazing, but it's unbeatable. Sorry.
What?
Oh,
The one about your shocking
Yes.
experience.
Yeah, that one.
What is, that's boring.
It seems as though we lost Brian for a moment.
No, he's back.
Her story is still better than a News 24 opinion article, says Kuna.
Listen, tomorrow is the 1st of August. Oh, God. I'll have to... Can you read? No. Doesn't matter. So that means...
Wow, thank you for that time and update. At the tone, it will be the 1st of August.
So do you know what that means? You can't read Adrian Besson's opinion unless you pay 75 Rand a month.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
I can't tell you how
I
happy
have
I am to hear about the paywall.
I have a
It is such
legitimate
great news.
question. Do they actually have a single subscriber?
They probably...
Well,
no,
not
they
yet.
do because they're journalists and other journalists will subscribe to it. And
Okay.
yeah, it's like an internal machine.
It's incest.
Why did
but
I do that?
I'm wondering,
Yes.
right, because you know incest. But I'm wondering, is anyone
I
outside
don't.
of that? Oh,
Just to clarify.
Is
no,
anyone-
but yes, carry on.
yes, he does. But if anyone outside of that incestuous circle is actually going to subscribe, because I'm legitimately trying to think who would want to get behind that paywall.
Okay, well, let's think about this rationally. It's the economic apocalypse where everyone is perma-fucked to degrees we've never before seen since the Great Depression. And here is a news organization that gets their opinion from Twitter, which is free. And they have Adrian, who...
You know what? I'd
essentially-
rather pay for a data miner subscription.
No, that's fine, but the whole thing is, if you're masochistic, you'll pay for it, because News 24's whole business model is to go, okay, you're a subscriber. I'm going to tell you why you're a shit person, shut up and listen to me. And I won't allow you to comment either because you're a racist. That's their full business model. Please give us money.
I'm thinking that we should buy
Wow.
the domain. We should buy the domain arjunbasoncervix.com and then redirect it to news24.com. Check Mareka likes that.
That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
Mareka, are you in?
But you've got to do.
Well, website flipping is an actual thing. So you can buy a domain name
And
and
redirect
wait
it.
until somebody wants it. Well, or you can redirect it, yes.
Just redirect it to
Adrian
news24.
Basson 2 A's or 1 A?
Adrian has 2 A's
One.
and Basson has 2 S's.
No, he only starts with 1A. Hey, Gimp is back.
No,
She's
man,
like,
Adrian.
he left.
Yeah,
Yes.
Adrian.
No,
My
he's
naam is
but he
Adrianus. Damus. However that goes.
jy weet wat my naam is. No,
no,
but
it's 1A.
in the beginning it's 1A and
And
it's 2
Adrian
A's at the end.
Basson.
No, not Basson.
Yeah.
Basson.
It
no,
is
Adrian
Basson.
Basson.cervix. What?
I was thinking of Wouter Basson. He poisons
It's
people. Sorry,
available.
different Adrian. Uses different mediums.
Wouter Basson works at the hospital just near me.
No, but
is he
yeah.
the cardiologist there?
Yes.
Yeah, but the
Adrian
difference
Basson
is
has actually got sense.
Yes.
no. The difference is Wouter Basson actually says that he hates blacks.
True. But in any way but none, both of those websites, whether with 1A or with 2 assholes, is available. So it can be
Damus,
done.
my naam is Adrianus. Ek praat kak uit my anus.
Please put that in a mug. I'll buy it.
I will not.
Listen, that song has got 6 million views.
The what?
That
song?
song has got 6 million views.
Damus.
Damus.
No.
That's pretty sad. Thank you for ending us on a low. By the way.
Yeah, one hit wonder.
And a terrible disappointment.
Come on, Mareka, shake your lifesaver a bit. Let's have the mood.
Yeah, we need something to make us feel better after.
I can do really dirty things with my lightsaber, but
Oh, hello.
I've got all. We have all night.
Is it worse than
That's
what I
right.
just did to the audience? Because a whole bunch of people left when I did that thing that I did.
Ramon is
Yes.
sober. It really sucks when there's only
Ramon
one
isn't
sober
sober, he's just
person.
pretending. Beth says the mug would need a ring light. Yes. Any mug which goes up to Adrian Basson's face would need a gynecological ring light.
I really do not like Ramon's flannel shirt. I think he must take it off.
Take off your shirt.
Take it off, Ramon. You've
Take
got
off
it.
your shirt,
Would
Ramon.
you two like a little?
Hang on.
I love my flannel shirts.
There, just by the way, someone spoke about a ring light. That's the size of my ring light. There.
Oh, that's so small.
there.
I bet you Adrian's got a bigger ring light than that.
'Cause
Come on,
he has a-
Adrian, prove us wrong. All right.
He has a bigger push.
Yeah, Daniel.
Daniel says
You
we
guys
drink
drink
slow.
fucking slow.
Yeah, but he's also a pilot. He knows how these things work. Respect to you, fellow aviator.
I do not want to know about pilots who drink quickly.
Well, let me
Dude,
tell you, right? Then don't
It's
ever,
8 hours
ever,
bottle
ever
to
fly-
throttle. We have to get it in quick before
Oh,
we have to sign on.
please.
Okay.
Right. So when I was in the Sudan, I had a whole bunch of Ukrainian and Russian gentlemen flying various helicopters and Antonovs for us. Right. And they were an awesome bunch of people. They really were. And we were there flying a whole bunch of United Nation vaginas around. And they complained because the pilot smelt of vodka. And I tried to tell them that, listen, that's a Russian thing, just deal with it.
It is a Russian
but
thing,
they
legit.
complained. They complained to a bunch of high-level people who said, no, listen, Brian, we must really chat with the pilots and get them to stop drinking. at least whilst they're flying. So I did. I had a chat with them. I said, "Hey, listen, guys, you know, we've got to calm it down. Please use mouthwash and deodorant." And they said, "Okay, not a problem." Then the next day, this United Nations Colonel Penis came to us and said, "Your pilots were drinking beers by the side of the airstrip, and we object to that because they flew us back." So I go to them and I said, "Hey, why were you drinking beers? I thought we had an agreement." They said, "Yes, we weren't drinking. It was just beer."
Doesn't count as alcohol.
Yeah, and in Russia, that's actually a legit thing. Beer is a soft drink in Russia.
Well,
No, there's
So-
something wrong there, Brian. You can't
Why?
smell vodka. Vodka, I think, is one of those drinks that you don't really smell.
Listen up, my friend. It depends on quantity. I promise you that. You drink enough of that shit, and you will smell it. Okay. And they were not in. Listen, I will say one thing: the drunker they were, the fucking better pilots they were.
Let me
but
tell you a
you
story
bear-
with you,
Because
Brian.
they
Bear
brought
in
us
mind-
in.
If you're flying an Antonov 12, you will drink because you're flying a fucking
28.
Antonov 12. Well, it's
28,
28.
not a 12.
Not any better, okay? Like, it's not an improvement. That's the first problem. Second problem, Russian airplanes, Western aircraft have a captain, a first officer. Russian aircraft have a captain, a first officer, a radio operator, a navigator, a flight engineer, and some other people, a load master, that's 6, and two
And
other
two
people
alternates.
It sounds like BE.
yeah, but
It's
they
a whole
all
CrossFit gym
perma-drunk
with vodka.
with
But
vodka.
listen to this, Brian. So a few weeks ago,
Yes.
my wife and I went wine tasting with some friends. Right, the whole day we were drinking wine, and that whole eating in lunchtime, and then still drinking more and doing the whole thing. Then they say to us, "Come join us at our house for some gin." So we go over to the house. We have some gin with them. Then we decide, okay, it's time to go home. About 6, 7 in the evening, we drive home, and it's a roadblock. We get pulled over. No, I kid you not. I get pulled over.
You
My
You
wife
got so
goes,
much
"Oh."
shit for that tweet. You got so much shit for
My
that
wife,
tweet.
my wife falls apart. She says, "Oh no, this is the end. This is the end." The cop walks up to my window. He says, "Have you been drinking?" So I say, "Yeah, just a little bit." He says, "Sir, can we do a breathalyzer test?" I say, "All right, no problem." I do a breathalyzer test. I'm thinking it's game over. He takes a moment. He turns around and he says, "You're under the limit. Have a good evening, Mr. Nell." I look at the number and he shows me the number and I'm under the limit. What the hell? I was drinking the entire day. How do those
you for-
breathalyzer tests work?
Thank you for incriminating yourself on my stream. I really
No,
appreciate you doing
I'm
this.
literally
Well, no,
telling
he
you that
didn't.
the
No, he
breathalyzer test. He showed it to me, and I'm under. Now we were drinking the entire
So
day,
you were
and I'm
under.
thinking, but I was drinking the entire day. Now you keep hearing that if you have one drink, you're going to be over the limit.
Well, you also keep hearing that COVID-19 is going to kill all South Africa. It still fucking hasn't happened. So, right? You keep hearing a lot of things. But
Yeah.
Lots.
was there a
of
question in that?
No,
I'm
I
just super impressed you actually stopped at that roadblock because, yeah.
No, well, last week I didn't. So last week, as you heard, Howard, he was very unimpressed with me on my stream. Where last week we disobeyed this 9 o'clock curfew because, for goodness sake, it's a curfew in a democracy. So I don't give a shit. So we're driving home from Melkbos, which is like a 45-minute drive to my house. So we take all the
I know
back roads.
exactly.
Ramon's
where you
checking out Pornhub.
Eventually, about 5
I'm actually
minutes away
checking out
from my house,
regulations.
about 5 minutes away from my house, there's a blue light brigade doing a roadblock just over the bridge. I stop on the top of the bridge. I say to my wife, "There's no ways. It's 10:30 at night. The curfew's 9 o'clock, and we've been drinking today. This is like game over for us." I stop.
That
And I
was before
reverse all the way
you-
down.
You had the superpower.
I reverse to the bottom, back to the bottom of the bridge. I turn around and I drive and I go home a different direction. Apparently, this was a bad thing. Apparently, I was a coward. I should have faced the music. No, I should not have faced the music because I would have ended up losing.
Let me
I
put
was
it.
just paying-
Let me put it to you
paying
this way.
Jerm's bail.
Right? Let me put it to you this way. Yeah, there we go. And you can't tax her limited income that much, otherwise, right? She might never get a man. But anyway, coming back to this whole
No,
thing.
then she will
Right,
because
I
of
will-
earner, right?
Okay, probably. So you didn't do her a favor. Next time, get arrested, Jeremy. Okay, so put it this way: the average South African, right, and that whole average South African's a really fucking subjective term, isn't it? Okay, but certainly of the 5 of us here, representing at least a microcosm of South Africa, all 5 of us, if we looked at the average of us represented in South African society, are at far more danger from the South African police service than, I don't know, the 28's gangs, right? So I don't fault you for a second. You saw a legitimate threat, something that could harm you and your wife, and you got the fuck out of there. That was a very responsible thing to do. You know what? Most professional protections personnel would have done exactly the same thing. Hell, when I was in Afghanistan or in Iraq, do you think we saw a roadblock, a fucking ambush down the road? We thought, hey, here's a good idea. Let's go and fuck right into that because we like getting our principals shot to shit. No, you don't. That's when you go backwards, right? So, that guy on Twitter was such a puss. I mean, really.
Only thing missing now is Mareka going, oh shit, I need to get the meat out of the fridge, still need to braai.
I actually have friends that will invite you for a braai that starts at 7 o'clock, and by 10 o'clock they haven't even lit the fire.
That's because they're Afrikaans.
They're Greek.
No.
Yes.
No. As an Afrikaner, my fire gets lit at 5. I don't know what these other fuckers do. Okay, van my volk, my tribe. Okay, ek is 'n fucking Vrystater. Ons braai vroeg in die middag, so we can get the fucking eating part done, so we can get on with the rest of the evening's proceedings. Okay.
Question
hate
Hubert,
that.
is off intentional. Sorry, that's pissing me off.
Right.
Sorry, Roman. O-double-F, not O-triple-F.
Oh, sorry.
Take
No,
your
I was
shirt off.
Whoever
made a
this
mistake.
JCS Cape Town character
Sorry.
is really, really doesn't like me.
Where is he?
But they need.
Someone had to say it, Jerm.
He needs to get in the queue because you've got so many people that don't fucking like.
No, but Jerm interrupts all
Maybe
the
it's
fucking
Adrian.
time.
Adrian.
I was watching Jerm's interview with Franz Grenier, and Franz is like, he punctuates his words with silence, right? Because he's thinking, because he's a thinking man on the go. So he says, you see, Jerm, what happens is the ANC, etc., etc., etc. Then he pauses. Then Jerm's like, yeah, Franz, yeah, NDR. I'm like, fucking let the poor bastard speak, for fuck's sake. Like, as soon as there's silence, Jerm has to like go in there and fuck it all up. Unbelievable. Hey, Jerm.
Well,
I know
everybody's
he's
got
thinking
his quirks. I mean, you can't judge somebody on their
Oh, yes, you can.
quirk.
I judge
It's
people on
just-
how they look.
You're so shallow.
But Jim can't
You're
handle
so
silence.
shallow.
Jim. No, but I got another friend that Jim knows called Sebastian. If there's silence, like they panic. It's like I don't know, like just sheer panic. There's silence. It needs to be filled with something. So I will do it. And we're like, no, we're enjoying the fucking sunset or whatever.
I can confirm.
Especially when I'm trying to shoot a fucking springbok.
Yes.
And Jerm has to open a packet of fucking peanuts as I'm aiming. Right?
Is that
So
the
it's
springbok
quiet.
you shot
There's
over
a
white
springbok.
chinos?
In Jeremy's
That's right.
defense,
There's a
though,
springbok.
in Jeremy's defense, you were wearing white corduroy, apparently.
No, chinos. In my defense,
Okay.
Ramon was looking to shoot a springbok. I was
They were
eating
beige.
a packet of peanuts. Okay. Yes.
And he was hoying the smoke
The
screen.
packet of peanuts, I admit. I admit
some
it was
vanilla.
noisy. I admit that the peanuts were very noisy and that the springbok could have heard me opening the packet of peanuts. And Ramon was wanting to shoot the springbok that were 200 meters away. I get it. And I was bored. And Ramon had finished reading his Kindle. But let's just also understand something that Ramon was also wearing white chinos, sitting on a chair, smoking a vanilla vape
That attracts the springboks. Don't you understand?
Wait a second. You two invite me to come hunting.
May I point out one thing about this whole
animals?
Okay, I'm very glad you said. I'm very glad you said you invite to a hunt. Because you and I
going to say the same thing.
Have a beef. I know.
I have to tell you, to balance things out.
Well, we don't have a beef because.
No, we didn't have a beef. We had a springbok.
Sorry, you go. Well, you see, I would have had a springbok. Hubert and I were meant to go hunting 3 years ago. 3 years. And now I'm moving before we go hunting.
But now you're moving to the United Kingdom. You're fucking immigrating people.
But to balance things out, hunting with Ramon is great. There's no doubt about that.
Hunting is great.
No, hunting with Ramon is great. Ramon is great. He's great
sure
conversation. I would rather hunt with Ramon than we'll say with Pete LaRue, who is like hardcore.
Ramon and Jeremy, I will gladly go hunting with you and document the entire experience because I know people over here. So, and I've got a spare
Here's
room,
our Pornhub channel.
You can share a bed if you want. I mean, Ramon is fine.
Can they share a trailer? A caravan.
And I might also
Mareka,
add,
I'll go hunting anytime with Mareka. Jeremy can fuck off. He can look at his binoculars. Fuck him.
I will also say that Ramon has got one hell of a good eye. You can shoot a springbok at 320 meters away. That's a pretty damn good shot. Yeah, sure, he shoots it in the stomach,
Indeed.
but it's a good shot.
No, it wasn't. It hit the leg, went into the heart, and then bounced off the sternum and cut its whole thing open. So by the time it dropped dead immediately, but it was almost disemboweled because the bullet flew through the skin. It's quite something.
That was efficient butchering, right? It was efficient butchering.
That's what I said
He
at the
butchered
time.
that animal at distance.
I gotta tell you though,
I have to just respect
It's real.
JCS for paying $85 to just give you shit on my stream, Jerry.
I gotta tell you, hunting
well
with
done,
Ramon is at
JC.
least ethical. Like Ramon at least does an ethical shot. Hunting with Chris Chameleon, however, is hardcore. He aims for like the brains or like the ear or something.
But does he sing while he does it? This is the question I'm always going to ask you.
No. He's very poetic. Like he'll pray and go into a seance and all kinds of. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's hardcore. He shot that one springbok and he shot it in the shoulder, in the leg, and then that thing still ran with 3 legs. And then somebody else had to shoot it.
No, I don't like that. But anyway, Mareka, if you want to go hunting anytime.
Free tip in the
Guys,
I will let you know. We can go and hunt on Herman's place. Herman knows people, but I know people, so we can arrange something.
so
Mareka
I'm
goes
just saying,
hunting
was
with
it
the
Marius
Fossil.
earlier?
Was it who?
Sorry.
Was
What was that, Jim?
it Marius earlier who was trying to get a date with Mareka? Right, dude, listen to this conversation.
It was Vorstier.
Vorsti, right? Listen to this conversation, dude. If you still on, you need to up your fucking game here, dude, because Ramon is out fucking doing you here. So come on, where's that super chat?
Jeremy,
And
I'm
Jason
having coffee with you
Jason
tomorrow because the fact that you're on my stream is basically paying for our breakfast.
What time are you
JCS
having?
is trying really
What time are
hard,
you having
really
your coffee?
hard
Because
for a
I
date
think
with
you're
Jim.
going to sleep late.
Ramon would aim for Jim's
Where
voice.
does Mareka live? Such a creepy.
She lives in
Please, why not just
Botswana.
ask her for her? Yeah, why don't you just ask her for her Facebook password while you're at it? Yes, this Procon number as well.
But Ramon was talking earlier about me interrupting Franz Cronier, and he's right. Franz Cronier talks quite slowly, and then he thinks about things, and you aren't quite certain if he's finished speaking or not.
You don't have time for that shit, Jeremy. You need to be on the issue.
But one thing I'll tell you about France also, like that guy is hardcore, like with a capital H. He sleeps with a gun like in his hand, and his clothes are full of blood, right? And he sleeps in those clothes.
Bye, Beth.
And he carries a knife on him
So
when
France
you're hunting.
goes.
It's in the
France goes
blue
hunting,
tube,
shoots.
Beth.
France goes hunting, like kills something, gets blood all over himself, and then sleeps in those exact same clothes, and then wakes up the next day and goes hunting again.
Yeah, he doesn't even get into the shower. and what's crazy is that he's got his hunting rifle, and in case that goes wrong, he's got his 9mm.
No,
it's a 45.
He
It's a
carries a
45.
1911. So it's a 45
911. He's got that on him. And then if that doesn't work, he's got his knife. Right?
And he did run after his Springbok with his knife.
He ran after Springbok when he was with me.
Jim, I just want to point out something that certainly for the top three of us here, right? You're saying those things like that. We should be surprised. You know that most people we know would be a normal state of affairs. You know, rifle, pistol, backup pistol, knife, all of that.
Bush, surely. Not when you're in the bush.
Yes, when you're in the bush.
When you're in the bush. Hang on.
I do that all the time, Jeremy. I go hunting with like 5 weapons.
So
when you become a gun person, Jeremy, you'll figure this out.
So France shoots the Springbok. I shoot the Springbok. Both France and I think that it's dead.
JCS, we love you.
and then suddenly it's running around, and France goes running after it with his knife. He's like, I'm gonna dive tackle this thing, and he just runs.
Well, you can't let the poor animal suffer.
No, excepting that it wasn't suffering. There were 2. We didn't see the second one.
Yeah, he missed the second.
No, there were 2. I shot the one, but the other one I didn't see it, and it was in the same vicinity. So it was running in circles around the dead one. So France and I thought that I injured the first one. So then he goes running after it, and then he says to me, I load the gun the second time. He runs and he says, "Don't shoot me."
It seems like a good request.
And then Pete LaRue
Listen, I'm just going to go and grab a refill. I'll be right back.
And then Pete LaRue says later on, I was a kilometer away looking through my binoculars. I saw this dust, and I saw France running with a knife.
I'm sorry, I fucking can't.
Like, just take me now.
Oh my god!
Jerm's like the Springbok Pied Piper.
It's really ironic that
I
the only two people who has never hunted are laughing the loudest.
Where the hell's Brian gone?
He's got to get a refill. Mr. Peter Glover, I appreciate the 14 rand.
You guys are really drunk. I mean, it's funny, but not that funny.
No, but you see them all. When one person is laughing, the other person has to laugh, and it's like this chain reaction. And yes, you are not inebriated, so you are at a disadvantage. You poor disadvantaged semi-white male.
These Gideon is getting money out of us.
That's the kindest thing Marika's ever said to me. Semi-white male. Makes my heart flutter. It really does.
It's been listen. At least someone loves you, Jeremy.
I'm so glad.
Brian missed everything.
Someone has to.
He missed everything. You're gonna listen. You're gonna have to rewind later at this point because we can't relive this. Thank you, Jacques. I appreciate it. It was the thing is Jeremy's here, and he gets people to pay me money to give him shit, which is an incredible skill. It's like the most 2020 thing ever. I don't quite know how to explain this phenomenon. But on that bombshell, you missed the hunting story, Brian. No, you caught half of it. And in between, Roman has been vaping and Marika's still single.
That's okay.
So nothing's really changed. And Jeremy still has fantastic hair.
I'm not going to be
Listen, I'm going to be in Joburg next month, eh?
What are you
Just by
doing
the
in
way-
Johannesburg? How are
Just
you
by the way,
getting
I'm gonna
there?
Just by the way, I'm going to Joburg in about 2 or 3 weeks time. Yeah. So I'm going to be there
I'm
for
going
about
to
a week.
London
So
about 3 weeks' time.
we need to do it. We need to get together.
Hey, in 3 weeks' time, it's my birthday.
Hang on, I just
Are you
Marika,
Joburg too, Marika?
Marika, how far is Joburg from you if you were to drive?
It's about 2.5 hours.
Are you willing to come down to Joburg?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Hallo Robbie, ek is op 'n livestream, kan ek jou later terugbel?
Oh, all right.
Is Robbie sending you dick
Mute
pics?
yourself, man.
No, I can't. It's too, there we go.
That's just
Yeah,
his
no,
head.
I'm flying up to Joburg in about 3 weeks' time. Yeah, about the 5th, I think, the 5th of August.
Oh, well done, Marika.
Yes, it was Malusi Gigaba's wife, and she assaulted him, and we're trying to raise bail money for her. That's essentially long
Yes.
and short of the story. We talked about it.
What's
a
her
little
name
bit
again? Dinah, right? Dinah Kagaba. Free
Daniel
Dinah,
asks
justice
if you're
for Dinah.
interested in the single
Marika's now
pilot
like
without a
super
job.
chatting everybody.
Yeah, but she said
the
she
best
loves me,
part-
but she didn't pay.
Yeah, that's the best part of
Going
it.
to the Gideon.
I'm feeling a little neglected here, Marika.
Hey, I'm busy. I can only type so fast.
I can't
No,
believe
Marika,
there's still
here's
like
mine.
211 people watching us do this on a Friday night. This is the most views I've had on a live stream ever. Like, we were up at 300
We
earlier.
can
I know for you
What is the
for
most
you
views
kids at the
actually,
bottom, for you two at the bottom, you're used to this.
No.
Yes.
I don't get a lot of views, but the most views I've ever had was my one with Rob Hutchinson. I think I had like 1,100 views. I don't know what happened.
People
Well,
were
it was
feeling it was wrong.
Marika.
Daniel says he's happy that you make tons of money. And he's
Daniel?
obviously a
Who's
gun.
this too?
Who's he
Oh.
talking
Daniel
to?
Bench, he's a fellow
Well,
aviator.
you think he's talking to any one of us four? Of
No,
the
he's
five
talking
of
to-
us, who do you
He's talking
honestly
to
think
he's
Daniel
talking
is
to
talking
Marika. He's talking to
I can
Marika
share. I
specifically.
have
too.
no problem sharing. I can share.
Marika's
It's
a
fine.
socialist.
Yeah.
In the slavery, I mean, we here using our labor and fucking old Gideon here is like just taking all the profits.
I'm basically
Where's the
taking
people's the people's
It's-
super chat? You know,
Well-
Listen up. Shush, wear your chains and stop complaining, okay?
Who,
On this
me or
conversation,
that-
you do what I say.
The streams that I have been in has got like way more viewers than all the other streams without me. So
Yes, this is true.
That's
I love,
true.
I love
Marika
the
is
Bruce
actually-
comment. Lol, and Ramon is like amateurs. Because Ramon gets like 300 to 400 viewers per stream now.
Yeah, he does. And then he's not even
Listen.
breaking a sweat.
Listen up. I will just have you all know, right, that if we wanted to, we had the power. We have Marika, right? We can make your numbers look like nothing. Just let her. We'll just let her do 2 minutes.
but Ramon
Well,
also
basically,
has
what we
my
need
back.
is indeed. So what we need, Marika, is you and I together on a stream.
They
It'll be
do.
great. We'll break the internet.
You mean like we have right now?
But Ramon, what will be better? We can be on a stream your house or my house, or I can come to your house and we can have a real live stream.
I'm just
Listen,
going to
I
leave
want
this
to-
up.
Where do you want to?
Whoever
Where
JT
do you want to
is
stream
Cape
to,
Town is.
Mareka? I'm worried.
I just
think
want to
your
say
house
thank
your
you
house
to
will be better
JCS
because
Cape Town.
I have potato internet.
JCS Cape Town is epic.
Whoever
JCS
JCS Cape Town is, mate, you are a legend. In actual fact, just because you have been so brilliant in your what do you call it? Your roasting. Tell you what, JCS, I'll send you one of these. Just because your roasts have been so good.
It's a scam. Don't trust Jerm. It's a fucking scam.
Yes.
And
I'm
if,
still
and if you're not,
Jeremy-
and
Jeremy
if you're
owes
not
me
in
a
the
mug.
northern burbs, he does.
Do I really owe you a mug, Mareka?
Of course you do.
Yes, you owe me a mug.
I thought I sent you
Because
Jesus,
that.
I made a-
Jeremy.
Yeah, well, you sent me one because I'm a subscriber, but you still owe me one for the comment I made on your stream.
Oh, jeez. You know what? This is why I need an assistant.
So,
No.
so JCS, if you're not in the northern burbs, if you're in either the Helderberg, Stellenbosch, or the southern burbs, I will bring your cup from Jeremy to you. Yeah, and I'll bring you a cap. How's that?
Yeah, Mareka, I got an idea. Well, Jacques has an idea in the chat. You on a lawnmower and me together on a live stream.
Now we're talking.
We got it. We cracked
You
it.
have a ride
That's how
on
it's done.
lawnmower. Well, my dad has a
I-
ride on lawnmower, so we can go to my parents' house.
It's a
I can
deal.
introduce
I
myself.
know you've just spoiled the whole thing.
I think JCS
your dad
Cape
can-
Town is drunk.
Your dad can film
I
us,
regret it
Mareka.
tomorrow.
Mareka's dad
You're
can
gonna
film
look at
us
his
on the
credit
live
card vault
stream.
tomorrow and say, "Where the fuck was I?"
We are more expensive than Mavericks at present, but you get a mug and a cap out of it, which will last
And
you
I can
longer
take
than the
my
lap
shirt off
dance.
if you want to see big titties.
Mareka, yes, your challenge. Yes, your challenge.
Yes, Jim.
A photograph of you with your lawnmower and a gun.
Are
I
we
didn't
trying
do
to
that.
replicate what
I'm just
Ramon was
putting this-
doing to try and get someone to assassinate?
Mareka's already sent a photograph of her with her arms up in the air in the rain.
I did. Yes, I did.
I didn't get it.
I got it. I saw that photo. Mareka,
Ramon,
now you
that
need
was
to do
before
one
your
with the
time.
gun. Now you need to do one with the gun
What?
and the lawnmower.
Okay, I can do that.
So now Ramon gets it in the neck. Thank
But
you, gentlemen,
It's
for being
going,
on
to
my
be, it's going to be my lawnmower. My electric
Ramon's just
lawnmower
been
and
nailed.
not the ride on one.
Hopefully you're better company than Ramon.
And he's bringing me in less money than you are, Jeremy. For fuck's sake, Ramon.
I actually know JCS, so it's about time I get down about something, right?
Yeah, I will say your nailing has been very sparse this evening.
Listen, JCS, whoever you are, I'm being serious. I'll send you a mug for all your great comments. So send me an email, germ@germwarfare.com. I'll courier you one next week, promise.
Apparently, this is going to be a non-starter for real.
I believe our ride on lawnmower is not in a very good working condition. Yeah, I don't really think that working is the prerequisite for it. It's just the sitting part. That's fine.
Okay, but ladies, gentlemen, and others, we're reaching the 2 hours 30-minute mark.
Oh my
Which
word,
is
has it been
a-
that long?
It's
We're
a new
almost,
record.
We're almost in Joe Rogan territory.
Yeah, this is a new record for Whiskey Friday, and I think I'm running out of stamina.
Well,
No
if
pun
we're going
intended.
there, I need to go and get some cannabis, please.
Oh, another lightweight. Oh, shame on you.
So on this, since Mareka is the woman of the 2.5 hours, would you like to close us down, ma'am? And then we'll okay, the brew wants us to go for 3. She's like, yeah, because
No.
we're an
I can't.
we're an inclusive channel. That's why.
I
Wait,
can go for
I'm going
3.
to bed. Fuck that.
Okay, all right. Are we ending it here? We'll,
Ramon is a hipster dad. He has to go to bed.
He has to go to bed. But we will, you know what? And we're going for breakfast corn. Hopefully when Mareko and Shao go for breakfast,
Listen, am I having lunch? Am
Well
I having
done,
like
JC.
lunch with you tomorrow, Gideon?
you might have to.
Yeah.
And from Louisiana, thank you very much, sir. You are an awesome supporter. And I will definitely buy more bourbon and Tennessee whiskey with this.
He's from Louisiana, dude. Fucking look at a map.
Stay away from electric fences. Jerm will take advantage. You see, someone has been concentrating.
Well, Jim, your stories are all over the internet. People know
I don't
you,
think
so-
Brian knows the story, but Brian will eventually one day know the story.
I'm pretty sure I will.
Yeah, we'll
There's a lot
tell
of-
him this.
Interference. Who's got a
It's Jerm's
TV on?
electric fence.
I can hear it as well.
Or it's Mareka's lawnmower, one of the two.
It's not my lawnmower, and it's not my dogs.
Okay, but on this
Not my
bombshell,
Hitachi, I promise.
we'll since we're such an inclusive and progressive channel, and because Mareka is too strong and independent for most of the fucking men in this country, that it is stand half a fucking chance. Would you like to end us, because you ended the previous one on such a nice truth bomb? We became a meme. We became a solid meme with the heavy metal soundtrack. So please, do another one.
No, you know what? I'm going to pass this one on to the men because apparently I need to make men do more. So over to the four of you.
There's one man who hasn't done much tonight, and he's right beneath you. He swapped places with Roman. So, Jeremy, would you like to close us off? I'll see you for breakfast tomorrow.
I will end by giving Mareka the challenge of sending us a picture of her with her gun and her lawnmower.
Okay. Challenge
Okay.
accepted.
And I'll hang on. So that's a good one. And for the 195 people of you in the stream, if you want one of these, what can we make them do quickly as a
Do photos of
challenge.
them on their lawnmowers with guns.
no, that's
That only works with women.
I want to do it.
I want
I
to see a
don't
photo
get-
of JCS on his
I
lawnmower
want-
with a gun.
I don't get
Also,
JCS's comment because he said Jewish community Cape Town and he's saying Jesus. So there's a disconnect.
No. That wasn't him. That was JBLME who said Jewish Community Cape Town. You got the wrong guy. I want to do a quick giveaway. What should we make? Ramon's an expert at this. Come on, Ramon. Like, what do you want to ask the crew?
You have to give it to JCS automatically.
Yes.
Most
Okay.
super chats and definitely the best troll of the stream. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know.
No,
With
but
respect to
I'm
everyone
already-
else,
No,
I don't
no,
think
but
it's competition.
I'm already taking him a cap anyway with Jeremy's mug.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's already got
Oh,
or
right.
her. I'm not assuming genders here. Whatever JCS, whichever part of the spectrum you are, your cap and your mug's done.
I think Mareka
So-
must get the cap.
No, she's already got it.
Yeah, she's
Uh,
already got.
She
I've
paid
bought
for it.
3.
Yeah.
The solidarity fund guy.
I think Mareka should wear Paratus's cap, my mask, have Jones' mug, and like someone else's gun with the lawnmower in a picture. There we go.
And the lights.
Can I just make one request? One request on that.
Is going
Yeah.
to be a problem. I can do my own
No,
gun.
no.
I can do your mask.
No, you can have your
I
own
can do
gun.
Jerm's
Do the
mug.
baby eagle, please. No CZs.
What about an AR-15?
You can do it with
I
an
already-
AR. You can do it with anything except a CZ, because
I don't
that's
have
just
a
a pretty
CZ
high
yet.
point.
But I will do it with the AR-15. Yes.
Okay. So
Perfect.
So Brian, you make the challenge then, since
Yes.
nobody else fucking wants to. Okay, what must our what's the question you want to ask our viewers?
I
Okay.
told you. I want to see them all on lawnmowers with masks, with Ramon's masks.
No, that's too much.
Mike. Yeah, no, like that. That's what I want. Ramon, you said, what do I want? So this is what I want. I want to see them with Ramon's mask, Jerm's mug, on a lawnmower, right? With the gun. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Either that or a real hashtag SAPS no service.
Yes. Okay, so
But I prefer Jerm's mug. I like that one.
okay. So
Brian, I must send you one.
So the first one of you that pops up in my comment section with hashtag
I have one, I think.
SAPS no service gets the cap. Go.
No service.
It's already done.
Hashtag SAPS no service.
It looks like
JC
JC.
McFarlane.
I'm waiting with my finger on the trigger here to see who it's
Hey,
going to be.
listen,
Too
I
fucking
don't know.
good.
I don't know how long he's been here, but I've just noticed Hugo Kruger's in the comments.
Gentle inflatables, you win.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Which one?
Gently
The one with
inflatable.
the one
Gentle
with the Uber or the
inflatables.
other one?
Oh, no. Sorry.
Please send me.
Sorry,
please
Gideon. No, you're wrong. Because
The brew.
there was
JC
someone else
wins.
ahead of Gently
Pretorius.
Inflatable. Shock Pretorius. No, JC McFarlane.
JC was
JC
first.
Was he-
McFarlane.
Was
JC McFarlane.
Well done, JC.
JC McFarlane.
And not JCS.
Was
No,
JC first?
JC McFarlane. JC was first.
Okay, well, I just screwed myself
JC
out of
was
two
first.
then. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but can I
Right.
just add to that? I promised JCS from Cape Town, whatever his name is, that I'll send him a mug also. So I'll send him one of my mugs, but he
Okay,
must email
so-
me.
But because I fucked up and I called Gentle first. JC, you'll get yours, and because I feel like a puss, Gentle, please just send me your address as well, and I'll just cover that.
And JCS Cape Town, please email me germwarfare.com. I'll send you a mug as well.
So it's subsuppose. So gentlemen, you're the two winners because I fucked my own competition up so badly.
Gentlemen, did
these-
you just assume Gentle's gender?
No, I did. That
Gentle
was a bad.
Inflatables is
She
a
has the
woman.
cervix.
Okay, then she
has a
shall.
cervix.
She has a cervix. Then please, lady and gentleman. I'm hoping that I assume JC is one based on this picture. Is it the safe thing to do in 2020? And on that bombshell, dames here in
Can I
andere mense.
give two
goeienaand.
shout-outs first, please? Two shout-outs first,
Fuck
please.
sakes.
Fuck
Yes.
sakes.
Yes.
Please. Everybody out there. All of you who are all into guns and all that sort of prepping, that's awesome. That's cool. Please go and do a Stop the Bleed course. It is
Yes.
super fucking important. The
Yes,
one
it
I would
is.
recommend, Wild Medics with CHS guns, or you can get them through CHS guns. But please, please, please don't just be gun before. Learn how to patch up
Yeah.
people as well as put holes into them.
Yeah.
Stop the bleed.
And also, please join our anti-fear campaign in about 2 weeks' time, as you'll hear more about soon.
Yes.
I need to get
And shoot a commie for mommy.
And stay real, people. Stay real.
And also, don't have
And
a
on that
civic.
bombshell, it's time for a sexual departure. So, yeah, we shall fuck off. Bye, everyone.
All right, come again.
Bye. Tot ziens, mensen.